Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Where's my microphone? Check, check, microphone checker. Is this thing on? Ladies and gentlemen, what is shaking out there on a Tuesday afternoon? What up, Donnie Shoemaker? What up, M? What up, Santran? What up, Switch? What up, Adrian? What up, Bionic? What up, Troublemaker? What up, Billy Greenville? Welcome, everyone, and thanks for joining in. What up, Toyota? They are talking about buyback on XRP happening. Who's talking about a buyback on XRP? Who? Influencers? Who? Need to call you, sir, all suited up. Well, feel free to call me. You can call me anytime. You guys know how to contact me. Net problems? I don't know what you mean by net problems, but, let me know what I can do to help you out, my friend. Feel free to set up a meeting with me. Well, you know what, Juris? I'm just trying to keep up to you, my friend. Just trying to keep up to your looks. We're going to talk today. We got a Tech Talk Tuesday going on today. So make sure to invite your friends and family members. We're going to talk tech today. We're going to talk IHodlLife rewards chain tech. Just be careful, anyone getting a message from chadsarton.com 933, that's a scammer. Moderators, if you wouldn't mind catching that one and blocking him. Anyone getting a message from chad.sarton anything, it's just a fake imitator of the Chad Sarton trying to scam you, so make sure to block your direct messages. Welcome, everyone, and thanks for those heart me's. Thanks for that love. PNB Perry Bowling. What are my thoughts on XRP? It's one of the best assets out there. I mean, in the world of assets, crypto is top line. It's the number one place you should be. In fact, speaking about assets today, you might want to join today's live and stick around. We're going to talk about tokenized financial. We're going to talk about assets, and we're going to talk about the opportunity that the world is sitting on and missing out. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today, and XRP is part of that. You've got money in your hand. What do? Do I go and I take a look at real estate? Do I go take a look at, opportunities where I can earn yield on my money, make my money make money? And it comes down to crypto. It comes down to Web3. It comes down to the digital space. So then the question becomes, okay, well, in the digital space, what is the play? What do I do? And that's where XRP starts becoming the conversation. And no, that doesn't mean it's the only thing or the only play. It's just one of the many great opportunities that's available to you in this new, diversified, very, very new sector. So I encourage you to stick around for today's Tech Talk, and you can learn all about Tokenized Financial, our asset management firm, how we're helping our clients, how our current clients can better understand what's going on here at our company, and what's coming down the pipeline for all of you very soon. So stick around for today's Tech Talk Tuesday right here at IHodlLife. Good news today out of the crypto meeting, Fed master accounts. You know what? I think we're just going to continue to see and hear, day after day after day, one more check mark, one more check mark, one more check mark. And eventually we're just going to get to a point where everyone's going to wake up and realize that crypto is now part of everybody's life. What do I think about Alio? Never heard of him. Sounds like a Mexican guy that I should probably have tea with. Do Mexicans drink tea? I have no idea. Anyway, I have no idea who Alio is. M says today's live is going to be awesome. Well, that's because anyone who doesn't know already, M is our asset manager over here at Tokenized Financial, and she's also a technical expert. So there's all kinds of you Tokenized Financial clients out there who already understand the value of Maria, the ability to hop on a video call with her and get additional training in any sector of the crypto space that you want. And we're going to talk today about Tokenized Financial and some of the perks, and some of the big perks that come along with, building a portfolio or making people money is the education and the ongoing hand-holding, so to say. And I'll be honest with you, when it comes to hand-holding, Maria is the one that does it all over here at Tokenized Financial. I'm so busy doing everything else that we dump that weight on her shoulders, and she does an amazing job. She's phenomenal. And for those of you who have had the pleasure of booking time with her, sitting down with a meeting with her, getting her to show you anything as simple as where to find a crypto to how to use a wallet or how to send your crypto back and forth. I mean, she's so awesome that she sat in videos with clients and literally gone button by button by button by button with clients and walked them through everything like a fucking baby. No offense, guys, but some of you guys are babies. And thank you that we've got Maria, our babysitter. Let's face it, it's the truth. And thank you that we've got Maria to help walk some of you through that. And a big shout out to you, M. So, today's live should be all about you, Maria, because you're kicking ass over here at Tokenized Financial, and you are really being a valuable asset outside of portfolio and money growth. You're being a huge asset to the clients of Tokenized Financial. So big shout out to M. Everybody give her a round of applause. And if you're one of those few people who have had the opportunity to sit down and do training with her as one of our clients, well, you already know what I'm speaking about. What are the news for the pump right now? There's no pump, Helder. Stick around and learn how to do crypto correctly. There's no pump. Why is mining Pi important? Because in the future, Pi might be worth something valuable, and you'll have mined a whole bunch of it free. When Bitcoin started, you could mine it absolutely free on your phone. And then it got too important, and a phone wasn't enough computational power to actually mine it, and you couldn't do it anymore. And then you needed a computer. And then computers weren't even power. And what if Pi were to go down a road like that? Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's trash, maybe it's garbage, and maybe all you do is you just take part in Web3 and you press a little button and you get used to mining and what it is, and you learn a little bit about it, and it makes you no money. Maybe that's all it is. But what if it has any type of value in the future? What if they do open up the Pi buying table, which is supposed to be like an Amazon, where you can go and buy, all kinds of random items, but it only can purchase with Pi? What if any of that materializes? Aren't you pleased that while you're fucking around in crypto anyway, while you're on your phone 5 times a day anyway, you didn't just press a button and mine some free Pi that in the future might be very valuable? Anyway, I recommend mining Pi. The link's in the top of my TikTok page. And if you're a new miner, feel free to use our referral code and join our community, IHodlLife. What up, Sliced Bread? Welcome, everyone, and thanks for joining in. We're just getting started. We're going to do a tech talk today on Tokenized Financial, the benefit to clients, what we're doing and what we're offering in the industry as an asset management firm, and some of the new and exciting revolutionary features that we're bringing to the world of asset management that doesn't exist right now. Chris Amass says, I'm with TF, brain dead, going elsewhere. Wait, what? Are you saying you're brain dead, Chris? I don't understand. Don't you worry. That's what Maria's for. She's here to walk you through everything. What up, Jamie? Cheers to you, my friend. Do you believe that investments will shift from equities to crypto by the end of the year? No. Will all investments go tokenized? Yes. And not just investments, not just the stock market, your intellectual property, your medical records, your identification, everything is going to be tokenized and therefore become an asset. Some will be soul bound to you, like your medical records and your identity and things like that. And others will be assets that you can trade peer to peer without the use or without the need of expensive intermediaries. A whole new world of commerce is about to be created simply through the facet of tokenization. So eventually all stocks will become tokenized, which means all stocks in the future will be a coin, token, or NFT. All bonds, all commodities, all ownerships, all issuances of values, all documents, all contracts, all receipts or proofs of that you have anything of value, all will become tokenized into three forms: either a coin, if it's its own blockchain, which will be the rarest, a token, which will be the most common on a blockchain, or an NFT, if it's just a representation of like a soul-bound information like my identity. So those are the three forms of tokenization. So at Tokenized Financial, one thing we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about what do we offer? What's the services at Tokenized Financial as an asset management firm versus other asset management firms? And you're actually going to find out that we don't offer traditional financial asset management. And the reason for that is we know that traditional assets are going to become crypto soon. So we're not here to tell you how to go invest in real estate or the Forex market. Instead, we're going to show you how to buy and how to work and do fractional shares via NFTs and tokenization on real estate properties, whether it's in the metaverse or whether it's an RWA and it's a real world physical address. Either way, you're going to be purchasing that real estate via tokenized purchases. So fractionalized pieces of massive resorts, fractionalized pieces of massive opportunity properties, or potentially a whole property yourself, but therefore would be tokenized. So it becomes a digital Web3 version of the financial world that we see today. So you're not going to see us offer training and education about how to build a stock portfolio unless those stocks are tokenized. So right now, if you come to Tokenized Financial and you say, I really want stocks, we're going to introduce you to 4 of them. Because right now there's 4 major stocks that are tokenized, like Tesla, Circle, etc. And those are the ones that we would, until the world starts moving over and everything starts getting tokenized, all these big funds, all the stocks, all the bonds, everything from the stock exchanges, and then you'll just be buying coins, tokens, and NFTs, which is what we do already here at Tokenized Financial. And all traditional asset management firms will be taking our program and applying it to their current clients and program so that they can then upgrade and offer Web3 services also. We are the go-to Web3 service digital asset management provider anywhere. No matter where you are in the world, our community is worldwide. You can sit down with me in a free 30-minute consultation and we'll get it handled. So stick around today. Before you do any of that, stick around today and hear who is Tokenized Financial and what are we doing and what are we offering. Traditional stock investments won't be liquidated. They're going to be tokenized. But before that tokenization process happens, there will be a major market crunch. Absolutely, there will be. M says, I love my clients. And yes, she does. I talk to M behind the scenes after she meets with clients all the time because she has to report everything. We have to keep everything on the table and it's always, and M loves what she does. She loves you guys more than I want to tell you. So true, Crypto Garage. I know what video you're talking about. It's the video I did about the value of XRP, and I did it, I don't know, like 3.5 or 4 years ago, something like that. And to this day, people are still stealing my voice, like the recording of it, and then putting it over top of a whole bunch of other videos. I think that one's going to live on for a long time. I have no idea what Bitcoin is. Sorry, guys. Vine, don't know. I haven't researched them, so I can't tell you anything about them. I've heard of them, but I haven't researched them, so I don't have enough info to share. One great thing you'll find about on my channel, guys, if I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know until I do know. I'm not here to show you anything. Thank you, M. Thank you, Switch, for being on top of the moderating. I see that you guys have blocked a bunch of scammers already. Thank you. Just a quick reminder to anyone who's following my page today, especially if you're new and you haven't been here before, if anyone sends you a direct message, it's a scammer. Doesn't matter what their name is, doesn't matter who they think they're trying to represent, doesn't matter if it even looks like my profile. They're all imposters pretending to be somebody else, and then they're going to send you a direct message to ask if they can help you, guide you, whatever, so they can lead you a place you shouldn't, and they're going to scam you. So just make sure that if anyone's direct messaging you, remember, it's just somebody messaging you to scam you. They're not messaging you to help you. So keep yourself safe out there, everyone. Switch wants to hit 100K likes. We don't have to hit 100K likes on Tech Talk Tuesdays, but feel free to tap that screen, everyone, if you love my content. We're going to talk today about Tokenized Financial. OB Coin is not a good one, Wall Street. There's just 1 or 2 influencers that pump it, but other than that, nobody really cares about OB Coin. How is your tie that perfect? What do you mean? What do you mean it's kind of crooked? Well, I mean, I do have a little clip on it to kind of keep it in place, but I don't know about you guys, but it looks a little bit crooked to me in the camera. But anyway, anyway. I do tie them myself. When I was a teenager, I worked in men's clothes, like suits and stuff. And one thing I did learn is how to tie a tie and wear a suit properly. If you want to see that video, Sarah, it's just go onto my page. It's on there. Go onto my type XRP, and I bet you my voice will come up on it. And absolutely what M said, there is no dumb questions. You guys can ask anything. You guys can send us a message, especially you tokenized financial clients. You can send us a direct message, Maria or I should say in the group where Maria and I are together. And you guys can ask us anything that you want at any time. Hey, what's going on? I saw this in the market. Someone told me this. We're here to walk you through whatever you want. That door of communication is open 100% of the time. You ask us what you want, and anything that we need to notify you of, we'll notify you. There could be long periods of time where there's no communication based on what you do or don't need, or based on what information there is or isn't to give you. So feel free to reach out to us if you need any communication for anything at all. Otherwise, stick to the portfolio, stick to the plan, stack, and wait. Swiss Jewelers, ISO 20022 cryptocurrencies are just, the ISO 20022 is a standard, so like a stamp standard, an approval that those cryptocurrencies are allowed to work within a certain framework. And this framework is basically the backbone of our new financial system. The replacement of our current money movement through SWIFT right now is being rewritten into a new type of system. And although SWIFT will still be part of that, it's just the mechanisms or the rails or the tools that we currently use today on an internet database are all going to go blockchain, on-chain, and it's just going to be different. It's going to be faster. The money is now going to move with the message instead of separate. So we're going to revamp our entire financial system. So now there's certain cryptocurrencies that are approved to be within that group, which just means that they're compliant for the messaging system, which means the movement of the money in the legal messaging system. And there's a bunch of cryptocurrencies that are compliant, and they're known as, in the crypto space, the ISO coins, or the ISO 20022 protocol coins, which means coins that have the stamp of approval. Some of them are layer ones, some of them are tokens, etc. So actually, are all of them layer ones? Just about. So this allows you to access cryptocurrencies that you already know that there's some type of legal future framework that's going into these. So if you built a portfolio with just ISO coins, you're going to do pretty good. And for someone who's under the 25K mark and can't use tokenized financial services right now, those are the coins that you should really be focusing on. You should be focusing on ISO coins and other long-term layer ones. That's all. Everything else in the market, that's all the pump and the hype and the excitement, you can't afford yet. But once you get up to that 25K range, then you will be able to start affording those things. And that core, those ISO coins and a few other good layer ones, those cores will build your portfolio with a steady, long enough growth to show you what asset wealth really looks like and get your kind of toes wet in the water to teach you how to swim in the space. So ISO coins is a really great beginning point, and that looks like the X coins, that looks like Ethereum. IOTA is a bit of a tough one, so is XDC, but there's a bunch of other ones that are easy. LCX is one of the few that's actually a token. It runs on top of Ethereum out of that group. But you can go on the internet, you can Google ISO coins, and you can get a pretty good grasp of XRP, XLM, XDC, Algorand, IOTA, HBAR, who's the new addition. Cardano's not an addition, but you will see that name registered with them often, and so on and so forth. All very good cryptocurrencies, all have some type of legal proof behind them that they should be in your portfolio. Do I see the market pulling back? Yes, and going up, and pulling back, and going up, and pulling back, because that's what crypto does. It doesn't go like this, and it doesn't go like this. It only goes like this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And when it's going in this trajectory, it goes like this, and then this, and then this, and then this. And when it's going in this trajectory, it goes like this, and then this. And when you zoom in, that looks like 8%, 5%, 9%, 6%, 3%, 9%, 4%, 8%. If you look at that line of parity of where your money is, so to say, let's say $1,000, then it's going to look like 980, 950, 950, 920, 870, 950, 1020, 1100, 1200, 1100, 1085, 960, $800, $700, big red market crash, $650, climb back, ooh, $800, $700, $900, $1,200, $1,300, $1,800, $1,200, $15. A year has gone by. $2,200, $1,800, $1,200, back up to $1,800, $2,200. Do you understand? Does that make sense to everyone? There's no such thing as, is there a market pullback or is there not? Well, of course. I mean, wait a day. Look at the market today. It's mostly green. Wait a day and it's going to be red. And everything on the screen today that's red is going to be green because the market never moves like this or like this or like this. It constantly moves like this. Constantly. It never stops. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. We're going to get started here in a minute with our tech talk, and we're going to talk about Tokenized Financial, who we are, what it is, and why should you be paying attention to Tokenized Financial and some of the future benefits that are coming out that tie into our upcoming Layer 1 blockchain, the IHodlLife rewards chain. Robert says Tokenized Financial is the future, and it's one of the best decisions he's ever made. One of our very happy clients. Do you help me set up a diversified crypto portfolio? Not through IHodlLife, through Tokenized Financial. Yes, that's what we do. We help you set up a diversified portfolio. That's what the service is. We build you a portfolio, we build you an exit strategy, and then we have ongoing communication with you to let you know when to buy, when to sell, when to pay attention to new tokens. You can message us when you need education or training on absolutely anything, and we'll message you if you need information about absolutely anything that's relevant to you or the crypto space. So that's how that service works. You pay a one-time fee to get everything all set up, and then you pay 2% annual management fee year after year, 2% every January, whatever your portfolio is. So that's how the system and service works. Stick around for today's talk. We're going to get into some tech talk details as opposed to that surface information. We're going to get into some tech talk details about who Tokenized Financial really is and what are the real benefits and perks of building with us or working with us, because it goes far beyond just building you a portfolio. But to keep it simple for everyone who's just tuned in, yes, we're basically the crypto version of Edward Jones, or a modern day Edward Jones that's designed specifically for crypto and Web3. And we only do crypto and Web3. We do not do traditional finance unless that traditional finance has already been tokenized, which some has, like Tesla stock, like Nvidia stock, like Circle stock. Those have all been tokenized already. So those you could gain access to via tokens and NFTs. XRP Army gets salty over the facts. The market cap doesn't lie. I don't know what that means, because market cap doesn't really mean much right now, because right now the market cap is 4 trillion, and fast forward 10 years from now, it's going to be 40 trillion, potentially even closer to 100 trillion. So, I mean, it's market cap is not a conversation. Market cap is just a measurement of today's current value. Tomorrow, more money influxes in, and that market cap changes. It's now another conversation. So market cap is not a permanent number or a permanent thing that you can use as a valid information. It's only a matter of what is the value today based on its tokenization, and where do I see that balance in value. That's the only thing that market cap really is, because tomorrow the market cap changes. In fact, in 1 hour the fucking market cap might change. I've seen the market cap change in a minute. So, you know, market cap is, people put too much weight on what market cap is. They're like, oh, XRP can't go to 10,000. That would mean it would have to have like 100 trillion market cap. Yeah, but what you don't understand is there's quadrillions of dollars that's going to get tokenized. Quadrillions. Not 10 trillion, not 20 trillion, not 50 trillion, not even 100 trillion. Shit, not even 500 trillion. You with me? There's quadrillions of a value that's going to get tokenized. Don't believe me? We're going to talk about it today. I'm going to talk about someone today that you don't even know exists, that manages quadrillions of dollars in assets around the world. You guys think BlackRock's the big player. Stick around for today's Tech Talk Tuesday right here, and let's find out who Tokenized Financial really is. So welcome everyone and thanks for joining in to our Tech Talk Tuesday. We're talking today about the modern day Edward Jones for crypto right here at Tokenized Financial. Thank you for tuning in. My name's Tristan. I am the founder and the CEO of the company, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to our services, our products, and I look forward to working with many of you. The future is going to belong to those who hold their keys. People don't fully understand custody yet. And I will say again that the future is going to belong to those who hold their own keys. The traditional financial system is built on custody. Someone else holds your assets, your money, and your control. But see, Web3 has come around now and it's changed this equation. Web3 has taken ownership into a different idea. It's no longer a concept, it's now a privacy key. Tokenized Financial, TF, that's the short form for our name, TF. We exist to help individuals, businesses, and trusts safely enter the world of cryptocurrency, NFTs, metaverse assets, and other opportunities of digital wealth. And we do this while keeping 100% control of their assets, which means the clients keep 100% control of their assets. We never ever take anybody's cryptocurrency. We never take anybody's assets. Asset firm like you've never seen before. Think of it as a modern Edward Jones for crypto, but instead of us taking your money, we're going to teach you how to do it yourself. Not only are we going to teach you how to do it yourself, we're going to teach you how to master it yourself. We're not going to teach you so that you're barely getting through. We're going to teach you that after you go through one cycle and we go through another, you're going to know how to do it on your own. You're not even going to need our services. You're just going to love the white gloves, and that's why you'll still be here. Thank you, everyone, for the heart me's. Thank you for the love. What is our mission at Tokenized Financial? Our mission is very simple: to make self-custody, crypto portfolios, and Web3 wealth strategies accessible, secure, and profitable for everyone without ever taking anyone's crypto. So let's talk about the old model versus the new model. The old model of traditional finance versus the new model of tokenized financial model. First off, is custody. Let's talk custody. In traditional finance, a bank or an advisor holds onto your assets. With Tokenized Financial's model, you, the client, you hold onto your own assets at all times. Let's talk access. What about access to my assets, Tristan? Well, with traditional finance, you're limited to market hours. Trading can only happen at certain times, and access to communication to whoever holds custody of your assets can only happen at certain times, so you're very limited to a schedule. At Tokenized Financial, your cryptocurrency assets are in your own custody, on blockchain, 24/7. There's no market closure. There's no 6, 7 o'clock p.m. wrap it up and go home, everybody. You can wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and make whatever transaction you wish to do if a signal's given or if you feel the wish to do so, which means you have 24/7 access and full control of your assets at all time, unlike traditional finance where you're stuck to the financial schedule. The third one, transparency. Let's talk transparency. In the traditional finance world, transparency is off-chain. It's opaque. It has vague reporting to you as the actual client. You're lucky if you get a quarterly input. Now let's talk Tokenized Financial. At Tokenized Financial, it's fully transparent on the blockchain ledger. Every transaction, every action, everything that happens, everything that you do at all times, 24/7 is readily available for you or anyone else to see right there on the blockchain. There's no vagueness. There's no grayness. It's clear cut. Number 4, education. Let's talk education. In the traditional finance, this is where it gets really dangerous. In traditional finance, and a lot of you out there listening to my channel right now, you are in traditional finance, so you're going to know exactly what I mean. In the education aspect of traditional finance, it's simply reactive. What does your broker do? Call me if you need something, right? Call me if you need something. There's no education, there's no training, there's no understanding. Do you know why? Because they took your assets. They don't need to train you on shit. They just need you to train to stay calm. That's all they need you to do. Leave us alone and let us keep your money and do what we do, and we'll just send you what's yours. That's all they need you to do. But with Tokenized Financial, we rewrite the model, and we have pre-active home banking education. We have some clients that don't even know how to use a crypto wallet, and by the time we're done with them, now they have their own home banking system, peer-to-peer, 24/7, access to their cryptos, access to their assets, unlike never before. Now let's talk number 5. What about assets themselves? Well, assets themselves in the traditional finance world give you access to things like stocks, bonds, or funds. But in the crypto space at Tokenized Financial, we give you access to crypto. We give you access to NFTs. We also give you access to tokenized assets, which is stocks or anything else that may be becoming tokenized like funds and ETFs and that in the future, as well as potential introduction for those who are interested into the metaverse and digital world of owning assets there as well. I myself already own several $1 million worth of in-world assets in metaverses because I understand in the future how many people are going to be clicking in and clicking out of the metaverse for different experience purposes. Like today, we go to the gym, people are going to be going to the metaverse to do all kinds of stuff. And number 6, let's talk about freedom. What about freedom, Tristan? In traditional finance, you have centralized gatekeepers. There's always a guy standing at the door that you need permission to do anything, know anything, or have anything about your money. But with Tokenized Financial, because we're in the Web3 space and we're only in the Web3 space, you as a client automatically receive decentralized empowerment. Self-custody, full control, decentralized empowerment 24/7. We don't take custody of your crypto. You do. If you guys aren't following us already on our LinkedIn page at Tokenized Financial, feel free to do so. If you're following my page, Tristan Schroeder on LinkedIn, you can also access through Tokenized Financial through my page. Or if you go to our page on LinkedIn, Tokenized Financial, you can access my page through there as well. Feel free to hit me up on follows in those areas. Tokenized Financial clients, they learn how to manage their wealth from home, not through a middleman like traditional finance. In fact, with traditional finance, you don't even learn how to do anything yourself, do you? You just have someone you call who knows what they're doing. But you don't actually know what that person knows. Whereas at Tokenized Financial, you're being educated along the way with everything that's going on. So a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, when something happens, you already know. Like you kind of understand it. It's not foreign to you. It's not magic. It's not, distant. In fact, you could do it yourself. You just like the reassurance of someone telling you that this is what we should be doing right now, everyone. So we provide education, we provide structure, and we provide the support that makes your crypto portfolios safe and effective. Every single client that comes through Tokenized Financial, no matter how pro they are, they leave with knowledge of some sort and tools of some sort that helps them activate their own control of their digital assets, that helps them operate like their own digital bank. The Tokenized Financial motto in some ways is ownership is the new trust. And I'll say that again, everyone, for all you traditional financiers out there. Ownership is the new trust. Most of you do not own your assets. Most of you do not own your money. Most of you don't fully understand self-custody when it comes to finances. You only understand it when it comes to your children. The second section that we're going to talk about today, welcome everyone once again for tuning in to Tech Talk Tuesday right here at IHodlLife. We're talking today about Tokenized Financial. Feel free to check out their website, tokenizedfinancial.com, their asset management service, and what it looks like for you guys to enter the digital space and start building your crypto portfolio today. Home banking education, which is our core service. You know that one of the deepest and real valuable services is what we shouted out at the beginning with Maria. Isn't it true for all of you Tokenized Financial clients out there that have used Maria's services, we'll call it? Isn't it true that having a portfolio built and making money is nice, but isn't that a volatility? Isn't that something that you can't even put a price on? And that's what comes from the education, the understanding that, okay, I know what I'm doing, I get it now. Isn't that relief? Isn't there a value to that we can't even put a dollar on? And that means that every Tokenized Financial client goes through hands-on onboarding. And hands-on onboarding is unique to each client. We have some pro people who come in crypto, and they don't really need us to teach them anything. They just want us to rebalance their portfolio and let them know when to do stuff. That's about it. And then we have other people that have never bought crypto and they don't even know what they're doing. And other people who are all in between. And one person who needs to learn about a wallet, and another person who doesn't need any training other than how do I get that one crypto? So, and everything in between. So we tailor our educational services to each client uniquely so that you guys always get full hands-on service, the best for you. And that comes in looking like, number one, setting up and securing a cold wallet. You can't operate with Tokenized Financial and us not educate you about what a cold wallet is, the importance of not having your cryptocurrency on an exchange, the importance of having it into your self-custody, and the training to go along with it on how to send it back to an exchange, convert it or sell it, move it to another crypto, send it back to your wallet, what the offline wallet will hold versus other online wallets you're going to need to hold some crypto because they're not supported by the wallet versus some that we're going to leave on an exchange versus what exchanges are safe and what exchanges are not. And all of that becomes part of that tokenized value in education. Secondly, safely storing seed phrases. Any client who sets up a wallet and doesn't really know what they're doing. In fact, we just had a conversation today in our Discord about someone who wasn't quite sure about how their seed phrase was working with their offline wallet. And through conversation, we were able to assist them. These are the extra educational pieces that go along with building and growing your crypto and Web3 portfolio. Number three would be understanding on-chain activity like staking, swaps, NFTs, and new protocols and projects as crypto is in an evolving state right now. Number four, and one of my favorites, security and how to avoid phishing and scams. One of the big things we do offer here at Tokenized Financial is allowing our clients to join into our insiders in our Discord, and just through that community attachment, our clients at Tokenized Financial gain a major level of security. Anyone messages them, anyone emails them, and something happens, they could just write in the chat, what about this, guys? Hey, anyone know about this? What's going on with this? And you get all these community members, because we're a worldwide community from all around the world. You get all these brains in the crypto space throwing in their opinions, researching it, checking it out, finding out if it's legit, and making sure that you're not making mistakes. And that's even outside of what we offer at Tokenized Financial. That's just our amazing IHodlLife community standing behind Tokenized Financial. So there is massive protection that goes on when you work not only with Tokenized Financial, but just hanging around the IHodlLife community. If you guys aren't following our Discord yet, I encourage you to do so. And number five would be organizing your crypto for business, trust, or family structures. These are services that are going to be upcoming in the near future. As we go into the upcoming bear market of late 2026 and 2027, we will be looking at what businesses or trusts or family structures are relevant to certain clients that are at certain dollar figures and how they should be layering or protecting their funds, not only just to get better tax opportunity, but also to have liability protection for their valuable assets. Why is that important? Why is all that education important? Well, over 23% of crypto holders have lost funds. How many of you out there watching my channel right now have lost funds in cryptocurrency? Maybe you got scammed. Maybe you just did something wrong. Maybe you just didn't know how to do something and you're not having someone to walk you through it and just trying on your own caused you to lose money. Over 23%, so literally 1/4 of all people who get into crypto lose money by either making a mistake, screwing up something with their key or their seed phrase, or getting involved in some kind of scam that they didn't know, or even as bad as an exchange closing or collapsing or something like that. $12 billion in lost Bitcoin is locked right now. 12 billion in lost Bitcoin is locked up in forgotten keys that people didn't know how to use a seed phrase and didn't know how to protect their Bitcoin properly. Imagine if they would have been able to have the education on how to use a wallet, how to send crypto, how to protect a seed phrase, how to get a seed phrase device from the IHodlLife store to protect their seed phrase from fire and water and all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't that education have been valuable instead of $12 billion lost by people? Education bridges the gap between curiosity and confidence. Everybody that's standing on the sidelines saying, that crypto thing, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a thing. I can see it's good, but I'm not sure. All of you, your bridge is education. The reason you're not there yet is simply because you don't know enough and you're cautious with your money. You're an investor, and that makes sense. So I only encourage you to pay attention. Apply the aptitude of attention, because as this starts to make sense to you, it will become the inevitable decision in your investment world. The outcome that comes from our educational services, our core service at Tokenized Financial, is clients graduate, and I call graduate meaning going through a year. Clients graduate with the ability on learning how to buy, how to hold, how to earn yield, how to stake, how to move, how to swap, how to sell, how to convert, how to track digital portfolio, how to find out details, how to research, how to use extra tools like crypto bubbles and coin market cap and all kinds of things like that, without ever surrendering control to someone else. Everything I just said, without surrendering control to someone else. This asset management firm is a first of its kind. Welcome to Tokenized Financial. Section 3 that we're going to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about tokenizing Tokenized Financial. Do you guys know that every business in the world is going to become tokenized? Do you know that every asset management firm in the world is going to become tokenized? Do you know that every dollar issuance of value on the planet is going to become tokenized? So naturally, why would we not tokenize our own Tokenized Financial? Let's talk about it. Tokenized Financial, why would we tokenize the firm itself? Why tokenize the asset management firm itself? What does tokenize mean? Tokenize means putting the company onto the blockchain, or putting the information or the money or the value onto the blockchain. So tokenization means go off of online and go on chain, for a very simple way for most of you to understand it. Tokenize means go off of online and go on chain. So why would we tokenize the firm itself? Well, because Tokenized Financial isn't just teaching crypto. Tokenized Financial is crypto, because on the backbone we have the IHodlLife rewards chain and the IHodlLife brand. So the firm will be tokenized onto IHRC. It'll be tokenized onto our own layer 1 IHodlLife rewards chain. And through that, you'll have access to the TFIN token. And this is going to turn client participation into ownership alignment. What is TFIN? Ticker symbol TFIN, TFIN, short for Tokenized Financial. Not available yet. This crypto does not exist, so please be careful of any imposters. It will be launched on our own custom layer 1 IHRC blockchain. The purpose is a reward token and a DeFi token. So this is a reward token for clients who have completed our education process, who have held self-custody assets, and who grow their crypto portfolios. The IHodlLife rewards chain, a revolutionary new loyalty consensus, proof of loyalty consensus, offers through the TFIN token to its clients utility, access, staking, lending, and governance inside of Tokenized Financial's system. The benefits of clients holding Tokenized Financial coin, or TFIN token, because it's not a coin, it's a token, is loyalty allocations. The first benefit of holding TFIN token is loyalty allocations. So clients are going to receive TFIN token based on the value of their verified crypto holdings. So based on the value of your current portfolios, you will receive an allocation of TFIN token when we launch. So you get a certain amount of TFIN token based on the size of your portfolio, to keep it very simple. If you are 5,000 to 50,000, because once we open our first Tokenized Financial location, we will lower our entry point from $25,000 down to $5,000. Anyone will be able to use our services for $5,000 once we start, for a $5,000 portfolio, once we actually start opening physical locations. Right now, you have to have $25,000 to start with for us to build you a portfolio. So we will be able to lower that all the way down to $5,000 once we start opening physical locations. So clients who are 5,000 to 50,000, they will earn a bronze tier allocation. And clients who are 50,000 to 100,000, they will earn a silver tier allocation, which means they'll receive a little bit more of the TFIN token. Clients that are $100,000 to $500,000, which is the bulk of our clients, they will be the gold tier, and they'll be receiving a larger issuance of the TFIN token. And for our platinum clients who are between $500,000 and $1 million, you guys will be receiving an even larger allocation of the TFIN token. And for our very few special clients that are over the $2 million mark, you will then achieve diamond tier and receive the largest allocation of TFIN token. And once the token launches, as our clients advance through tiers, they will then get the increased allocation of token that matches the tier that they currently represent. This rewards those basically who practice long-term holding and self-custody. So people who receive the TFIN token, but they don't sell it, they just hold it and they sit on it, or better yet, they stake it in our DeFi system, they'll be able to earn longer, better yields from that, aka make more money. TFIN token, that's correct, Noor. And the TFIN token does not exist yet, everyone, just so you're clear. This is a token we are launching ourselves for our tokenized financial clients on our own layer 1 IHodlLife rewards chain blockchain that is not launched yet. So just so you guys are aware of this. The second benefit, other than loyalty allocations, the second benefit is going to be staking rewards. So you're going to have the ability here on the IHodlLife rewards chain to stake your TFIN token, and this is going to earn you on-chain rewards in the IHodlLife rewards chain staking layer. Rewards will increase based on the amount of tokens you have staked and the amount of time that you have staked, thanks to our new proof of loyalty logic, which will keep a record of time for every transaction you make. You'll actually be able to increase your token rewards based on how long you hold your crypto for. What this is going to do is it's going to allow us to issue tokens to our clients who are already clients and growing their portfolio. It's going to allow them to get a kickback benefit, and it's also going to allow them to build a client loyalty system. The third benefit is lending access. So this is going to happen in the future once we have our full DeFi stack built and we are on chain. Clients with Tokenized Financial will now gain lending access. You don't even need a bank anymore, ladies and gentlemen. You're just going to need your offline wallets to hold your custody assets, and then we're going to show you how you can multiply it through all the DeFi services, because it's all going to happen in-house safely right here on our own blockchain. Clients will be able to use crypto portfolios themselves as collateral for borrowing, staking, lending, stable coins, and doing other types of assets, which means you don't even have to go outside of the program you already have to access borrowing and lending capabilities, because you can use your current portfolio as collateral to do so. Tokenized financial holders or TFIN holders will get access to lower rates and bonus yields. Because our blockchain is very unique to other blockchains, you can get cheaper gas fees, you can get cheaper swap fees, you can get cheaper access to a whole bunch of different features on the blockchain based on your loyalty score and your loyalty credits. So the longer you hold that and the larger your portfolio becomes, the higher your score is going to climb, therefore decreasing the cost of your transactions, therefore giving you better opportunity and better opportunity to save money during the time that you're investing. Number 4 benefit is going to be the governance and community voice. So TFIN token holders will be able to propose and vote on new education modules that we will launch, partnerships with companies that are going to want to partner with us, or ecosystem expansions, or anything of the above. Decisions are commonly based in community, and that way they don't become so corporate. People holding TFIN token will get an opportunity to vote or have an opinion, which will majorly sway final decisions, therefore decentralizing the decision force of tokenized financial to the clients as much as possible, as opposed to just full corporate control. Yes, this is a layer 1 Remy. It's called IHRC, the IHodlLife rewards chain. It has not launched yet. Hit that like and follow right here. Stick around. We're doing a tech talk today about it. And lastly, another feature that you're going to have with the TFIN token is exclusive access. Tokenized financial clients who hold the TFIN token are going to get early entry for access to tokenized asset launches. Of course, we're going to start tokenizing everything in the future, so they're going to get access to that. They're going to get access to upcoming NFT drops. They're going to get access to metaverse property listings or yield programs that are verified and authorized by Tokenized Financial. So you guys get a guide on how to go and invest in other spaces in Web3 outside your portfolio. This creates a membership-style ecosystem for you serious holders out there. Now let's talk about what assets does Tokenized Financial focus on? Okay, Tristan, so I've been in the traditional financial world. I've got some real estate. I own a few stocks and bonds and some ETFs, which means I really don't own shit. Some broker or some middle person owns all my shit, and I just have a receipt that says I own something in somebody else's name or in my name, but they own it. But I really do want to get into crypto. I'm not going fully into crypto, but I want to start building a piece of my portfolio investment world into the crypto space. Or maybe you want to go fully into crypto, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What would be the benefit of coming and sitting down with me at Tokenized Financial? What would be the benefit of you coming to us and having your portfolio built? What kind of assets and tokens are you going to be holding? What does that look like, Tristan? If I come and I sit down in front of you, Tristan, and I say, okay, I've got 25K or more. I want to build this crypto portfolio, or I currently already have one, and you're going to rebuild it for me. What does it look like? What kind of assets am I going to be holding, Tristan? Well, let's talk about what assets Tokenized Financial focuses on. If it lives on the blockchain, we help you understand and own it. So that means all assets that we offer are Web3 based. We do not offer any asset class that is not on a blockchain. And I can get real technical for a second and say if we use a directed acyclic graph, which is technically not a blockchain, we could tokenize on that. Or if we used Hedera hash graph and used it on a hash graph and tokenized on that, it would technically not be a blockchain. But just to throw that in there for the anal people. But ultimately, anything that's going on chain. Anything. Current asset classes that we educate clients on are, number one, and most importantly, cryptocurrencies. The absolute focal point of our portfolios is cryptocurrencies, and that means, but is not limited to, things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, other layer ones, AI plays, and even sometimes some meme coins. In the future, we'll also be building into those portfolios for our clients small allocations of IHodl token from our own layer 1 blockchain, and of course our upcoming TFIN token, as well as our IHodlLife IHL governance token, and our the $1 billion bear meme token that we'll be launching in the future also. So cryptocurrencies is the number one asset that we are focused on. Number two, what kind of assets are you going to find when you work with Tokenized Financial? Number two, you're going to find NFTs and collectibles. Very few of our clients are into the NFT and collectible stage yet, but fast forward 10 years, all of you will be into it because all of you will have wallets on your phone that are holding all kinds of digital contracts like your driver's license, the ownership of your house, all kinds of stuff. So it will be common for you. So NFTs and collectibles is the next group of assets that are offered through Tokenized Financial. These are assets that you cannot get through traditional asset management firms. There's no management firm yet that offers these types of assets, access to crypto, access to NFTs, access to metaverse lands, etc. This is where Tokenized Financial fits this brand new space. So NFTs, collectibles could be digital art. It could be brand collections, just like our clothing line at IHodlLife that is running on the Avalanche blockchain. Yes, right, our clothes is smart clothes running on the blockchain, as well as utility NFTs and, of course, digital twins, which will be coming in the future from many different companies. The third asset class that we offer at Tokenized Financial is metaverse land and digital property. So for people who are interested in purchasing metaverse land in places like Sandbox, Decentraland, Upland, or any other type of in-world Web3 systems, we can help navigate and guide you through these. And number four is DeFi participation. Yield pools, staking vaults, and on-chain income strategies for long-term holders. So when we boil that down, what are we offering our clients? We're offering access to cryptos and all the best ones in the portfolio. We're offering access to NFTs and digital collectibles for those who wish to. We're offering access to metaverse land and digital property for those who wish to. And we're offering access to DeFi participation once we launch our chain and we launch our TFIN token. So there's no traditional funds. There's no traditional stocks. There's no brokerage accounts. Tokenized Financial is 100% Web3. The only asset management firm on the planet right now that is 100% all Web3. Why does this matter now? You might be wondering. Why does this matter now? You might be wondering. Well, let's talk about some industry data and the relevance of this information. Number one, the digital asset market has just surpassed $3 trillion and touched $4 trillion. This is only 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Over 560 million people in the world hold crypto. Do you know how many billions of people there are in the world and only 500 million people own any crypto at all? RWA tokenization is at an all-time high in conversations right now. It reached $24 billion in tokenization just this year in 2025. The year that the word tokenization literally came out, and $24 billion this year, that's a 308% increase of any other money influx in the last 3 years of anything. Goldman Sachs, Citi Financial, both of them are forecasting where's the market cap guy? $10 trillion in tokenized assets by 2030. We're in 2025. So Goldman Sachs and Citi Financial are saying that in the next 5 years, another 10 trillion is going into the market, and we're at 4 trillion now. So let's call it 3 trillion, and we're going to hit 13 trillion market cap. And right now we're at a 4 trillion. Do you understand? Where's the market cap guy at? BlackRock and Franklin Templeton now offer tokenized funds on-chain. Did you know that? Did you know that if you go to BlackRock or you go to Franklin Templeton, for all of you guys with big multi-million dollars accounts, did you know that you can go there and they will offer you tokenized funds on-chain? Which means they're already offering on-chain opportunities. This is where the world is going for anyone who's not paying attention. And you want to know what's really interesting? Less than 15% of the holders in crypto today, out of the 560 million people who are in crypto today in the world, less than 15% of them know what self-custody is or use an offline wallet. This is the gap that tokenized financial fills for the world. Crypto is no longer the future, everyone. It's the present. It's time to pay attention. With real wealth and Web3, it belongs to those who own their keys and understand their assets. And I'm going to say that one more time. Real wealth in the world of Web3, which is rolling out all around us, is going to be reserved for those who own their own keys and understand their assets. This is why the education factor is so important that goes along with our service. Let's talk about the tokenized financial difference. What's the difference between tokenized financial and traditional advisory? Well, traditional advisory takes custody of your funds. Tokenized financial, you, the client, keep full custody of your wallet and your crypto at all times, no matter what. You don't even connect it to something, never. Number 2, traditional advisory sells you financial products. I'm going to say that again. Traditional advisory sells you financial products. Tokenized financial, on the other hand, teaches you how to build your own financial products through your own digital portfolio. I wish I could emphasize that more. Number 3, traditional advisory earns fees off of your assets, whereas tokenized financial actually rewards you with TFIN token and other allocations of our systems from the IHodlLife rewards chain, as well as education and loyalty, which you don't get from traditional advisory. 4th, centralized servers. Traditional advisory, remember we talked before about that roadblock, time, people, space, opinion, what are you doing, why are you doing? You've got that roadblock. At Tokenized Financial, we run on the IHodlLife rewards chain. Right now we run virtually, but then we'll be running on the IHodlLife rewards chain. There's no clock for you to abide by. Traditional advisory offers you traditional advice. That's all they offer. Traditional investing offers you traditional advice. But I got news for you. Traditional advice isn't good enough anymore because the entire financial world is being rewritten, which means traditional advice is just traditional. It's not good anymore. It's basic. It's subpar. And all that traditional information is going to upgrade to new information. And what do you get here at IHodlLife and Tokenized Financial? You get community, you get education, and through TF and our direct one-on-one with our clients, you get home Web3 banking education. Old systems give you old advice. Tokenized Financial gives you new advice. And lastly, the difference between Tokenized Financial and old systems is opaque systems. See, traditional advisory is very opaque. It's very hard for you to know what's going on in your assets. Where are they? Who's holding them? How much is it? How much did I really make based on how much I'm earning back? All you really see is what your rewards are. You don't really see the big picture. Whereas at Tokenized Financial, because you have all your assets and we're in direct communication with you all the time, you see everything, every detail at all times, which also becomes part of the education as you see things happen, which means on-chain proof of clear transparency. Now let's talk risk and security via education. We teach our clients how to avoid common traps. We teach them how to avoid phishing mistakes. We teach them how to avoid fake wallet apps. We teach them how to avoid fake websites and things that you're not supposed to be connecting to. We teach them about centralized exchange failures like Celsius, FTX, BlockFi, or other exchanges that could be going that route that maybe they want to stay away from. We teach about improper seed phrase storage, a proper way to keep it, how to keep it fireproof and waterproof. We even sell devices in the IHodlLife store to assist you with that as well. We also teach about scam airdrops, malicious contracts, things that appear in your wallet that you don't want to know about. The level of education that goes along with this is so much greater than that of growing your portfolio, because this is new technology that the world is all enveloping and you have no choice but to envelop it yourself. We have protective practices that we train on. Number one is cold wallet setup and offline backups. Number two is verifying smart contracts before you interact with them. Number three is wallet segmentation for personal, business, or trust use, depending on how you want to separate your money or your family or your group's money. Number four, tracking portfolio with on-chain analytics. This is going to be a future feature that's going to come once we have our CRM system designed. And number five, estate and trust structure education for key succession onto your children or onto your future family members. And this is another service that will happen also once we have a full CRM system. We will create a backup system, so if anything happens to you, you will be able to leave your funds to your loved ones. What is the message behind all of that? We put education and safety first. And then comes profits. I know you guys like profits. I know you love green candles. I know when you call me up and say, I want to talk about building a portfolio, behind it, you just want me to make you fucking money. I know. And we're going to do that. But we're going to focus first on safety and education. We're going to make sure you're educated and you understand safety. And then we're going to make you profit. If you guys are in the world of finance, crypto, or traditional, if you wish to visit our website and check us out, feel free to do so. www.IHodlLife.com. Sorry, I'm on IHodlLife brain. Let me rephrase that. Can we back that up? All right. So for anyone who wishes to go visit our website, feel free to visit us at www.tokenizedfinancial.com. The word tokenized, the word financial.com. And you can also find us on LinkedIn at Tokenized Financial. Zone, you're not even one of our clients. I have no idea who you are, but thanks for your love. Join our Discord. You can talk with all of our clients. We have a Tokenized Financial chat in there. You can talk with them. You can speak with everybody. There's no scams. There's nothing bad. There's nothing malicious going on here at Tokenized Financial. We are here to grow our community wealthy. And that's exactly what we've been doing. And that's exactly what we're going to keep doing. And we don't charge $40,000. So there's no way we scammed you out of $40K, because we would never even charge that much money. Follow Tokenized Financial on LinkedIn. If I didn't shout that out already, visit our LinkedIn page. You can also follow my LinkedIn page, Tristan Schroeder. I am the founder and the CEO, so feel free to follow my page as well. And if you guys wish to book a home banking education session, well, that can happen in the future, so feel free to book a free 30-minute consultation with me if you wish. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. Time to join the TFIN waitlist. If you're a TFIN client, you're already on the TFIN waitlist. The truth is you guys don't need a broker to own your future. You need to learn self-custody of your own assets and just have proper education to go along with it. And that's really what Tokenized Financial offers you. You are your own financial advisor. You need the understanding. You need a wallet, and you need the courage to be able to take back your own keys. it's not as hard as what you all think to have full control of your own self-custody. In the future, we may offer custody features, but I don't think so. I think we're going to just educate about self-custody and teach people how to own their own assets. Tokenized Financial exists to teach you guys how to own your own wealth and build your own life. Here's some stats that I wrote down. Major institutions like BlackRock, Citi Financial, HSBC, and JP Morgan, they've already built on-chain. They already have assets on-chain. This isn't a future thing. It's already in the present. It's happening now. Why do you think these massive financial firms are on-chain already? Because tokenized financial, this type of opportunity, this is the future that everybody's not paying attention to. Remember how I told you guys? Anyone know who the DTCC is? Everybody go Google the DTCC right now and go find out who they are, because you should know. The DTCC, which processes nearly 2 quadrillion in global settlements annually. I'm just going to say that one more time. They process nearly 2, now this starts with a Q, everyone, not a B or a T. It starts with a Q. 2 quadrillion in global settlements annually. That's what the DTCC does. 2 quadrillion in global. That means if that went on chain, and that's annually, that's a year. That's not all. That's not forever. That's just in 1 year. That's 365 days, 2 quadrillion. If all of that were to become tokenized in any way, shape, or form, that means that every year the market cap of crypto would exceed 2 quadrillion. Do you fucking understand? Where's the market cap guy? Somebody go get that market cap guy right now. $2 quadrillion in global settlements annually. And they formally just declared, literally this month, they just declared tokenization is the next frontier. That was their exact words. Their exact words, tokenization is the next infrastructure frontier. That's what they said. The guys who control $2 quadrillion annually, their words are tokenization is the next infrastructure frontier. It's far more important than you are not paying attention to. Regulatory frameworks, let's talk about that. Singapore, Hong Kong, Switzerland, and very soon the US already have tokenized securities, already have tokenized ETFs, and already have the legal equivalent of traditional ones. What does that mean? That means that every share, every bond, every fund, every issuance of value of any type will become a digital token. Fully programmable, fully fractional, and instantly transferable 24 hours a day, peer-to-peer, without an expensive intermediary. Tokenized financial's role in that future is when everything is tokenized. Tokenized financial is no longer a crypto brokerage service. It's the bridge to all finance, because everything will become tokenized. So we're not just here teaching about crypto 10 years into the future. We're now here as the bridge of all finance, because everything will be tokenized. All financial firms are going to be looking at us saying, we need to do what they're doing because all of our stuff's now tokenized. So let's talk about where tokenized financial is going. Number 1, phase 1, the present, right now. Crypto only, education driven. Number 1. We focus on self-custody. We focus on cold wallet onboarding. We focus on home banking education. And then we focus on portfolio structure and understanding. Let's talk what's next, phase 2. Phase 2, which will be the near future, as equities become tokenized, ETFs become tokenized, real estate becomes tokenized, and commodities become tokenized. Tokenized financial will then expand to include them in your Web3 portfolio. You'll never have to leave Web3. You'll never have to leave your current portfolio. Those will just adopt into it, as well as all traditional finance as well over time. Clients will be able to hold stocks and crypto in the exact same wallet in the very near future. You're going to be able to stake and have fractional ownership in shares, which you can't do in traditional finance today. You're going to have fractional ownership in companies, which you can't do today. And you're going to lend tokenized shares just to receive yield. and all done on chain, all done in your possession, and all done with full transparency. Tokenized Financial is just here to put the white gloves on and walk you through to make sure you don't make any mistakes. And then phase 3 will be completely full convergence. Every investable object on the planet has now become digital. Your identity, your portfolio itself. That's funny to think that your portfolio itself is tokenized. Your income, your credit, and your governance, all of it merges together into one wallet-based ownership held through self-custody. Tokenized Financial then evolves from an asset management firm to a global self-custody wealth interface. Basically, you're on-chain Edward Jones. If you haven't booked a meeting with me already, feel free to do so. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. And you can book a free 30-minute consultation with me to decide if building your portfolio is right for you. We can talk about the initial setup fees, and we can talk about any other costs that go along with it, which there isn't any. It's just 2% annual management fee year after year. So feel free to book a free 30-minute consultation with me to discuss how we can show you how to enter the digital space without ever giving up custody of any of your assets, and learn how to become your own financial advisor and manage risk, manage profits, all in your own ownership for the first time ever. It's time for you to make money on your money, not someone else make money on your money. If you're in the $25,000 range or higher, feel free to book a free 30-minute consultation with me, and we can discuss the details to see if it works for you. In the future, we're going to have an architecture of everything is a token. And for people in the traditional finance world who are watching my channel right now who don't really understand what tokenization and they don't really understand the breakdown of tokenization, pay attention right now. We're going to talk about type of assets. We're going to talk about their token form, and then we'll talk about an example to make it real world so you understand it. Everything is going to be tokenized. Number 1, stocks and bonds. So stocks and bonds become tokenized. What does that mean? That means that now there's a token, which will likely be an ERC 1400 or an ERC 364 token. Those are just the computer code standards for the tokens likely that they'll use. And those will be then, quote unquote, security tokens. Why? Because they're stocks or bonds. They're issuances of stocks or bonds. So they'll be, quote unquote, security tokens. So what would a security token look like? Well, that would look like a tokenized share of Apple or a tokenized share of Tesla, for example. That would be a, quote unquote, security token. A tokenized share of Tokenized Financial would then be a security token. An SCP, where you earn on-chain income from our blockchain, would then be a security token. So all of those would be tokenized, stocks, bonds, as security tokens. The next asset class type would be real estate. So how does real estate then become crypto? If a stock and bond becomes a security token, what does real estate become? Well, real estate will become an NFT or an RWA token. So it could be a real estate that's fractionalized. Think about $1 million house, fractionalized into 1 million house tokens, just as a stupid example, and each token's worth $1, equating to $1 million value of the house. And you can invest fractionally by owning just 10 of them or half of them or 50 of them, so on and so forth. So large, mega expensive properties will be able to do fractional investing in their properties as opposed to large chunks. And this is going to open up a whole new world of liquidity. So those will be issued, real estate will be issued not as a security token. So it won't be security token Tesla token, security token Nvidia token, security token Apple token. Instead, it will be real world asset token house token. Or it will be NFT, Tristan's house worth $5 million, and here's the receipt saying it's his and he owns it, and here's the document. If you want to buy it, pay $5 million, and then you'll have the document saying you own it. NFT, smart contract of the ownership of the house. That would be an NFT version of that token form. And what are the examples of that? Fractional ownerships of property. Very simple. Fractional ownership allows smaller investors to get in and also increases the liquidity pool. Let's talk another type of asset. What about cash and credit? Cash and credit is an asset in essence. So what about cash and credit? Well, those are going to be stable coins. Those are going to be CBDCs. So even your cash and your credit is going to be tokenized. It's just going to be called a stablecoin or a CBDC. Your cash is going to be a stablecoin. Your credit is going to be a CBDC. What is an example? USDC is an example. USDT is an example. EURC is an example. PYUSD is an example. Tokenized bank deposits is an example. Okay, so that's 3 different asset classes. Let's talk another asset class. What about information and data? What about information and data as an asset class? Well, you know what information and data is going to be as an asset class once it becomes tokenized? It's going to become a soul-bound NFT or a soul-bound token. A token that goes to your digital wallet that can't leave your wallet because it's soul-bound to you, like your driver's license, like your medical records, like anything that is soul-bound to you right now in the real world physically. That will then be tokenized and soul-bound to you via soul-bound token or soul-bound NFT. My citizenship at birth will in the future be a soul-bound NFT saying where I was born, where they stamped me, what citizen I was taken. Down in the fine print, it'll be like, we stole his sovereignty, the stupid idiot, he's now a citizen. Anyway, we won't tell them that. But that was not going to say there, but you know what I'm talking about. So moving forward, that's what's going to happen with your information and data, soul-bound NFT or tokens. So what does that look like in a real-world example? Well, how about your health records? How about your credentials? How about your resume? That's all soul-bound credentials, NFTs or tokens. Your information only provable to you and provable by you. And the blockchain verifies the authenticity of it. Okay, so if information and data is now the 4th asset class we've talked about now, what about identity then? Isn't identity itself now an asset class? Absolutely. Are you guys already aware that the UK has already committed to launching a digital identity by the end of this year? It's October, everyone. We're only 2 months away from the end of the year. Like 90 days or less and digital ID is a thing? The fuck? But that's the inevitable. So let's talk identity as an asset class. DIDs, digital IDs are going to be an NFT. In your digital wallet, you're going to have a little digital wallet, which is literally your driver's license, boom, stamped into a QR code. That means you have an on-chain identity. At the IHodlLife rewards chain, that would be like a resident ID and a business resident ID on top of your government issued ID. Someone wrote, I'm paying $5,000 to the first 5 people who message me, stay blessed. He's not paying you any money. He's just a scammer that wants people to message him so he can start a conversation with you and then lead you down some road you shouldn't go down. So everyone make sure to block Zephyr's page, whoever the fuck that person is. So that's 5 different asset classes that we talked about right now when I talk about everything as a token, quote unquote. What about culture and art though? What about culture and art, Tristan? What if that becomes tokenized? Well, it already is, and that's NFTs. IHodlLife apparel, our clothing line already has digital NFTs. Artwork all over the world right now already has digital twins of their art. And some digital art is unique to itself as an own digital twin. It doesn't need a digital twin, it is its own art. What about intellectual property though? Intellectual property, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our 7th example of assets to be tokenized, intellectual property. Now, what would intellectual property, what kind of token form would that be? Well, that would then be a royalty token. The name of that would be a royalty token. And what would a royalty token be? That would be like tokenized music rights, tokenized artist rights, tokenized skills or procedure rights. And then lastly, loyalty and reputation. What about tokenizing loyalty and reputation? This is where proof of loyalty based tokens will then evolve that don't exist in today's world. Right now, there's no LinkedIn token, so to say, but there will be. We over here at the IHodlLife rewards chain are the first people to introduce proof of loyalty logic. And proof of loyalty will spread across all blockchains in the future. IHodlLife rewards chain is the world's first proof of loyalty system. Every element of life and finance is going to become a programmable digital instrument. I'm just going to say that one more time for everybody. Every element of your life, not just your bank account, not just your portfolio in crypto, every element of your life is going to become programmable digital instrument. Storable in your wallet, readable by anyone or AI, and tradable across ecosystems at your convenience. Why? This is exactly why tokenization is going to equal Web3 unification. The gap between what is crypto and Web3 to the unification of it is going to be tokenization. Traditional finance was built on intermediaries. Web3 is not. It's built on interoperability. Tokenization erases friction. Every single transaction settles in seconds globally. Smart contracts replace all the middlemen. Transparency now replaces trust assumptions. Today we have trust assumptions. The blockchain will replace that, remove trust assumptions, and replace it simply with transparency. The blockchain becomes the universal registry for wealth and proof of ownership, inevitably. When all assets are on-chain, investing will now become interacting. When the day comes that every stock, every home, and every even idea exists as a token, the line between Wall Street and Web3 is going to disappear. Tokenized financial is going to stand exactly at that intersection, teaching the world how to own what they today rent. Thanks everyone for tuning in today to Tech Talk Tuesday right here at IHodlLife and Tokenized Financial. My name's Tristan Schroeder. I'm the founder and the CEO of the IHodlLife brand and Tokenized financial asset management firm. It is me personally that you work with when we build your portfolios and when you deal with our firm, as well as our team when it comes to training and educational factors. If you guys are in the cryptocurrency space, you're in the $25,000 range or higher, feel free to book a meeting with me and we can redesign your portfolio and get you on track for the right positioning. And for those of you who have not entered the crypto space yet, you're still in the traditional world of investing, it's time to book a free 30-minute consultation with me and have a chat about what does it look like for you to onboard and enter into the digital space. Tokenized Financial is here to onboard the world into crypto. Everything, all of it is going to become a token. All of it. It's time for you guys to understand tokenization, and that's why self-custody asset management is the absolute key so that you guys learn how to navigate. You don't just give it to some guy over in the corner and hope he knows what he's doing for you. Don't forget to hit that like and follow right here at IHodlLife. I now have open discussion. Anybody with any questions about what we talked about today via Tokenized Financial, feel free to drop your questions in the chat now. Anyone who wishes to book a meeting with me, the link is in the top of my TikTok page. You can also visit our website first at www.tokenizedfinancial.com. Jav, I always wear a suit on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is Tech Talk, so I always wear a suit. And yeah, I have pants on. I sure do have pants on. So I wear a suit on Tuesdays when I do my Tech Talks. On Sundays when I'm doing my Ask Me Anything about crypto, I always wear my IHodlLife swag. And then when I do Friday, occasional frequency Fridays, you'll usually see me head to toe in linens to make sure that my frequency is at its highest. Dress for success, my friend. Dress the role. Actors don't go on stage as a pirate dressed as a policeman. They go dressed as a pirate. You understand? Dress for your positioning, ladies and gentlemen. Dress for greatness, ladies and gentlemen. Swift is developing a stablecoin and building a blockchain. Will this affect XRP? Absolutely it will. One of the biggest mistakes people make in the crypto space is the separation. So XRP has payment rails. Oh, but what if somebody else builds something? Does that mean that this is obsolete? No, it means that this guy, and 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 18 other guys that you don't know are all building the infrastructure of our new payment rails. There's no one. There's no this one, and then the rest are obsolete. They're all going to be working. You're going to find out in the future that whatever Swift is doing now works with Ripple and XRP. And whatever Ripple and XRP is doing now works with all the money movement around the world. However you want to fucking slice it, right now there's not enough proof to put it into evidence. But in time, you will see see that all of it is the same thing in essence. Just like right now, people see the separation of Solana versus Avalanche versus Ethereum, but they don't really understand the future, that all of them will be intertwined as the new web of blockchains, which will become one platform in the future. And when I mean one, I mean all of them interoperating and moving between all of them as if you're operating on one. I know that's hard to understand right now, but that's where we're going to be. So Swift developing a stablecoin is all pros for the whole world of money movement. It doesn't mean anything that they're going to take away from XRP and Ripple and now Swift is doing it in Ripple. That's just what people who have so much emotions and no information get into. All emotion, no information. So what? Swift did something? Does that mean that they're no good? What? If you did the back research, you would find out that they both require each other, as well as 18 other mechanical moving parts that aren't even developed yet, which is why their prices haven't moved yet, because they're not ready for what they're meant to do yet. That's why all those ISO coins have some steady movement as far as partnerships, but no real massive. You're not seeing XLM skyrocket anytime soon. But when it does do its moves, when it does get incorporated, you're going to thank God that you stacked that XLM and that XRP and that XDC and you just sat on it and let it sit there and be boring while the rest of your portfolio was having green and red days. The ISO coins already move completely outside of the crypto market. Already. They don't move with the market anymore. They move on their own fucking schedule. And of course, I've heard of Corium. Corium is a layer 1 blockchain, also designed for real-world assets and tokenization. And they're a very, very good layer 1 blockchain, and they work very closely in tandem with Flare and XRP. Explain a Web3 decentralized wallet as opposed to keeping your crypto on sites openly. Well, a Web3 decentralized wallet is only good if it has a 24-word seed phrase. Sometimes 12 words, sometimes 24 word. But if it doesn't have a seed phrase for you to have like the key code to access it, then it's not a good one. That means it's under custody of someone else. It's centralized. But if you do get a key code so that you're the controller and the owner of the crypto, then it doesn't really matter what wallet it is, because if that wallet or company ever disappeared, you could just type your seed phrase into any other wallet and the crypto will recover. It's important to know that your crypto is never in the wallet. Just the keys are, just the seed phrase is. Just like your email is never in your computer. You can throw your computer out the window. It doesn't mean you lose your email, because your email isn't in the computer, it's on the internet, right? You just need to go to a different computer, log into your email, and there's your email. You didn't lose it when you threw your computer out the window. Just like you don't lose your crypto if I was to throw this in the fucking lake, because my crypto isn't on here, just my seed phrase is. The crypto's on the blockchain. And when I go on this device and I type in the seed phrase, the blockchain says, hey, I belong to that wallet. Because they're asymmetrical keys, matching keys. One is the public key, one is the private key. The private key is my seed phrase, and the public key is my receiving address that everyone knows that they can send crypto to me from. Just like your bank account. Your email that's attached to your bank account is like your receiving address. No different. But you should be using an offline wallet if you are over $10,000, $20,000 in crypto. An online self-custody wallet is not good enough. It's time to go spend $200, get an offline wallet, and the education, which I said is very important that you learn, which you get at Tokenized Financial, the education of how to buy the assets, how to send it to my offline wallet, keep it in my custody, and then when I need to convert it or move it or do something, I can send it back to an online exchange and then swap it, sell it, convert it to cash, send it to my bank account, turn it into another crypto, whatever it is that I might want to be doing with it. But in the meantime, it's not sitting in someone else's custody. It's sitting in my custody, like all the cash sitting in my fucking vault, my control. What are my thoughts on Vanta protocol? Never heard of it. Feel free to book a consultation, Patriot. Just so anyone knows who's been tuned in today, you have to be in the $25,000 range or higher in your own value for us to build you a portfolio. We can't build you a portfolio in the crypto space with nothing. So in our early stages right now, you have to be at a $25,000 value range, and then we will build you a $25,000 portfolio. You can be higher than that, but you cannot be lesser. If you're lesser than 25,000, then just follow my community, follow my channel, and in no time we will grow you up to that 25 limit, and then you can start using our services professionally. Yeah, on Thursdays I wear my Stormtrooper outfit. That's right, Chris. What do you mean Stormtrooper? I wear the Darth Vader outfit. Luke, I am your father. At the beginning of the program, you made a comment about a company bigger than BlackRock. Not a company, a program. A program that's bigger. If you've been listening today, you heard me talk about them managing quadrillions of dollars. Go research the DTCC. I get a kick out of the comment from Vic Man. He says, they all can fail. Almost as if, don't do it because they could fail. Yet he has like fiat money in his bank account. He goes to work, he gets fiat money, which is not tied to anything. It's just a hypothetical fucking number. And he doesn't think about that failing. But as soon as you mention crypto assets and the great opportunity, the brain instantly goes to doubt. Oh no, they could fail. Better not do that. You're right. You better not. I mean, you better not stack gold either, because what if gold fails one day? Yeah, I mean, better not eat food, because what if food fails one day? Better not breathe air, because what if the air fails one day? Yeah, so we better not breathe it in the meantime, because it could fail one day. People's logic, man. Which crypto will intertwine all the crypto? There's no such thing, Remy. There's no such thing as which is the one that threads them all together. No such thing. Any thoughts on TRWA? Never heard of them. LCX, on the other hand, I have heard of. That is an ISO coin, and that is the Liechtenstein exchange, which is a cryptocurrency exchange, the only exchange on the planet that is approved as an ISO 20022 approved coin. Yes, ISO 20022 is implemented, but not in banking protocol level yet, no. Our beta testnet will be available in 2027, Samir Samsam. 2025, we're going to do funding by the end of this year, hopefully. And then in 2026, we're going to be all build out. And then 2027, people will actually have something that they can operate on. The wallet that I was holding up here, this is a SecuX V20. This is just my personal favorite offline wallet out of all the offline wallets. I have all of them, so I could really use any one that I want. But this is the one I like to use. It's got a big touch screen like my cell phone. I can just touch it, pulls up a QR code, and I can just scan it, and it sends my crypto to it. So it's just so easy to use, and it looks like a big coin. It stands on my desk. It's rugged. There's all kinds of reasons why I like this wallet. It doesn't matter. You can throw away your cold wallet. You just type in your seed phrase to a new wallet and all your crypto recovers, because once again, your crypto is not in the wallet, just like your email is not in your computer. Vic, man, you need to educate yourself. You're sitting here like, oh, you're going to lose your cold wallet and lose it all. No, you're just uneducated, and you don't fucking know that if you lose your wallet, you just type in your seed phrase and you still have all your fucking crypto. This is why people miss opportunity in life, everyone. Because they throw doubt out there when they have no fucking education towards it. Vic Man knows nothing about cold self-custody offline wallet, yet his first introduction is, oh, but you're going to lose it. Oh, negative, get away, stay. Instead of, this is interesting. What is he talking about? I'm open to the opportunity. Do you understand the openness versus the closedness? This is why people remain poor. Even when you hand them the opportunity, they forcefully reject it because it just goes against their own thinking. They don't, and it's not even thinking, it goes against what they don't understand. It's literally fucking ignorance. XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, all of those are good ones, Banani. All of those are good ones. I don't speak Italian. No, that I don't. I don't know if Mario speaks Italian, but I don't think so. We can service English and we can service Arabic, because I know Mario speaks Arabic. Mario, do you speak French? I don't speak French. I speak enough French, though, that I could make it happen. But then again, we could always get a translator if it was that important. We can work through things. In the future, we will offer additional language services. Yes, if you type in your seed phrase, Sarah, to a different crypto or into a different wallet, all of your crypto will appear on that wallet and the other one is not there anymore. It's because the crypto is actually on the blockchain, just like your email is on the internet. And you're just logging in to see what's on the blockchain in your name, just like you go to any computer, log into your email to see what email is in your email account in your name. But the data, the info, the stuff stays on chain, online or on chain. There's nothing in the wallet except your seed phrase. What if you have your keys, but you're not logged on to any exchange? I don't know what you mean. When you have your keys, it's like having the cash in your pocket. You don't have any connection to any exchange now. There's no need for that. And if you need to send your crypto from your disconnected offline self-custody wallet to the exchange, then you just send. It comes with an app on your phone naturally. And you go into the wallet, which is your crypto wallet. You hit send. Where are you sending it to? You paste the address you're sending it to. You choose the amount. You hit send. And then it sends it to the exchange. And then back on the exchange where you probably bought it from in the first place, you can sell it, swap it, convert it, change it, do whatever you want to do with it other than just hold it. And that's what you guys want to be educated about, is how do I buy my crypto, send it to my offline wallet, navigate properly, send back what I want when I want for whatever purpose it might be, and then move whatever assets I want. And that should be a process that you know as easy as sending me a fucking email. It should be that easy for you, because it really is that easy. And thus some of the educational benefits that we offer at Tokenized Financial. Patriot Rose, you've been invested since 2020. You should definitely come give us a ring at Tokenized Financial, have us redesign your portfolio for you so you can really get in line for making some big gains. Sarah, go ahead and book yourself a free 30-minute consultation. You've been saying that to me, Sarah, for so many weeks in a row. Just go book the 30-minute consultation with me already. We will get you going. I know you've been just hinging, waiting. Just book the meeting, lady. Book the meeting. You lose more money in crypto than holding in your bank right now. No, that's not true. Add Zkey. If you took $10,000 and you put it into crypto, let's say at the beginning of the cycle, so let's say the cycle ended in 2021. Let's say at the end of the cycle, 2021, you just put 10 grand in. 2022, when I was telling everyone the cycle is beginning now, which is the same thing I'll be saying at the late 2026 and beginning of 2027. The cycle is beginning now again. So when I was saying that in 2022, feel free to go back and watch all my old videos, you'll see. When I was saying that in 2022, if you put 10 grand in there, you'd have over 100 grand right now. Over 100 grand right now. So you don't lose more money. And if you put that same 10 grand in your bank account, you'd have less than 10 grand because you paid fees on it. So the money in your bank account loses money. First of all, you're holding fiat, which loses 4% value a year. It's in a bank, which means it's not in your custody. Somebody else has custody. And it's not even in the bank. It's just on the screen, the numbers, because the bank is smarter than you. They don't save it in the fucking bank account. They take the money and then they go invest it. They take your $10,000 and then they loan out $90,000. So your money's not actually really there. They're just doing what you should have done with your money because you were too dumb and you thought it was smarter to just leave it in the bank and let them do it instead behind the scenes. So you think your money's sitting there in a bank account, but it's not in the fucking bank account. It's just numbers on the fucking screen because they already moved and invested and used the money like you should have. While you're here all lost up in your brain thinking, oh, crypto's not a thing. You know what the bank's doing? They're taking your money and they're buying fucking Bitcoin. You should not be leaving your money in the bank at all. You should understand self-custody. You should understand the money in your bank doesn't belong to you. It's their exit liquidity if the door shuts. If my card stops working, I'm fucked. I don't have any power. But my wallet is my full control at all times whenever I want, no matter what system shuts down. I can still meet anyone and tap and make a peer-to-peer payment whenever the fuck I feel like it. At 4 in the morning if I want. I don't need to wait for the bank to open to pull $20. So you don't lose your money holding in crypto. You lose your intelligence staying on the sideline, not investing yourself to educate and understand that holding money in crypto is a significantly greater idea than putting money in your bank account. Blows my mind when people have so much opinion, yet very little knowledge. When Uganda releases its 100 tons of gold, well, then the gold price may surge down a little bit because there'll be dilution. But you know what you can't get more of? Bitcoin. Gold is not finite. I've been telling you guys this for a year. We peg values to gold because of its rarity and its scarcity and its hard money source. Millions of years later, it's still going to be shining just like it was millions of years before. Gold is a special, unique feature like that, and it's rare and it's scarce, and that's what makes it a hard asset. But Bitcoin is even more rare and more scarce. And fast forward 25 years into the future, even gold itself will be pegged to Bitcoin to stabilize its value. Bitcoin will be the ultimate peg value in the future. That's why governments are trying to hoard it and stack it as their new reserve value in the future. The whole big show, guys, are all crypto already. It's just you regular investors that are still standing on the sidelines being like, is this guy playing with internet money or what? I'm just going to go buy some stocks because you just don't quite get it yet. That's why this channel is important, so feel free to stick around, hit that like and follow. The cold storage I recommend is the SecuX V20. This one right here, it's the one I personally use. They don't pay me to sell this wallet. You buy it directly from their manufacturer, but that's the one I like, and there is a link in the top of my TikTok page. Click that link. It'll take you right to the manufacturer, SecuX, and you can order it from them. Is XVM a ISO coin? No, it's not. The influencers who are telling you it's an ISO coin are lying to you. Well, no, they're not. They just don't know what they're talking about. They're not lying. They just don't know what they're talking about. Is Uphold's vault safe? No. Why? Because it's not in your custody. Why do exchanges want to give you these vault features and give you these reasons to give custody the same way the bank gives you every reason in the world under the guise of safety of why they take your money, and then dumb people like Vic just keep giving them their money and they even think it's a good fucking idea. So the vault in Uphold is designed the exact same way. How do we fool people to not have self-custody of their assets so we can hold the liquidity? Because the more liquidity we hold, the richer we are, the more benefits we have. The more money we have in our pile, the more availability we have to make more money. Staking is when you supply liquidity and that earns you passive yield. Example, here's my $10,000, and because he's got my $10,000 and he's using that to make money, I earn a passive yield from that. You definitely do need to get in here and learn, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like and follow. You can follow our worldwide community. We have the most vibrant, vast crypto community that stretches all around the world. Join our community Discord. Follow us on our socials at Twitter X and YouTube. And of course, it's IHodlLife on every platform. But today we're talking about our asset management firm. I'm also the owner of the asset management firm Tokenized Financial. And today we're talking about their benefits. We're talking about their features. We're talking about how we are onboarding the world into this new great opportunity, cryptocurrency and blockchain. And not just onboarding people, but educating them so that they can take part in the space all on their own. With our guidance, but all on their own control. What's the hype on XRP? You're going to wish you bought more. What's my thoughts on MasterBot? Sounds like trash. Why do they keep saying put your crypto in Web3? Because they're scammers. If you have crypto, that is Web3. But to confuse you, they're going to say, oh, is your crypto in Web3? And you're going to be like, what do you mean? And they're going to be like, well, if it's not in Web3, it's not safe. And they're going to be like, oh my God, my crypto's not safe. Please teach me. How do I connect my safe wallet to some fucking malicious site that you want me to connect to so you can scam me and take all my crypto under the guise of, is it protected by Web3? Oh no? Come over to my scam website then and I'll show you. That's the whole game. The whole game is, do you have a Web3 wallet? Oh, I see you got a crypto wallet, but do you have a Web3 wallet? Oh no, you don't? Oh, you better connect. And all they're doing is they're trying to get you guys to connect your wallets, connect your offline wallets, or go to a website so they can do some malicious activity and scam you. Anyone who tells you you need a Web3 wallet, be careful, they're probably a scammer. Anyone who says you need a Nicera Gacera account, or you need to be connected to the Quantum Financial Ledger or the QFS or the new safe, secure your crypto, all that is all scams. Just so you guys are aware, hit that like and follow right here at the only cryptocurrency channel that you need. I'm live every Sunday, 12 p.m. You can ask me anything about crypto. And on Tuesdays, I'm here doing tech talk. So anyone telling you to put your crypto in Web3 is a scammer, block them immediately. This is the great thing about you guys joining our community. Unless I'm live and I can't answer that question for you, where are you going to get the information? So if you guys join our community on Discord, you can just go into our community chat and say, hey, someone told me about a Web3 wallet. What's this? And our entire community will jump on you and be like, whoa, 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 hit the brakes. Don't get scammed, dude. There's a massive safety feature about joining the IHodlLife community for all of you investors out there. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. Join our Discord. It's just a community chat app from all of our community members around the world. One of the greatest things about our community is the safety feature that you get. It's not even the education and the money that's made, it's the safety feature. No matter what it is, you can ask in our community and somebody will know or find somebody who knows. The wallet that I was just showing, you can just order it from SecuX from their store. There is a link in the top of my TikTok page if you wish to use that link. It'll take you directly to their manufacturer. Or you could just go search them up on website, SecuX. I think it's under secuxtech.com. Don't buy it from third parties, guys. Make sure you get it directly from the manufacturer. If you wish to work with me and get educated, please book a free 30-minute consultation with me. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. We do onboard, teach, and service clients that are $25,000 in value or higher. And that can be an individual, that can be a business, or it can be a trust. Your representation of where your money is valued does not change us building your portfolio. Yes, central banks all around the world are buying up all the gold. There's a reason. Back to prior to 1970, we had something called a gold standard, which means all currencies in the world were backed by gold. How are they going to get you guys to all accept all these new stable coins that are going to be launched? Well, they're going to launch digital tokens of their currencies today, traditional fiat currency, and it's all going to be backed by gold. And that's why all the Federal Reserves right now and all the central banks all around the world right now, they're buying up gold at an unprecedented amount, which is why gold just surged through the $4,000 price range, because they're all buying it like panicking, because they realize what I've been telling you guys for years, that the old financial system is now crumbling and there's a new one being rolled out to the world, and gold plays a big part of that. It will be a financial reset of the system. That's absolutely correct. Can somebody please block Life Goes On? The person asking why do they keep saying put your crypto in Web3 is a Web3 scammer himself. That's why he keeps asking the question over and over and over and over and over. This is another scam just to hope that someone's going to be like, what do you mean crypto in a Web3? And then behind the scenes, Life Goes On gets to have a conversation with someone and scam them. That's right. Your money is making the banks rich because your money isn't sitting in the bank. They're investing it because you're too dumb to do it yourself. It's now time to take control of your finances. Precious metals are always going to be a good investment. It's just in the new digital era, precious metals don't transact the way my tap does. And in the world of tap, scan, it's going to be easier, even if a system breaks down, for me to tap my phone against yours or my wallet against yours and do transactions like that than it is for me to take my bar of silver and shave off a piece big enough to trade you for some bread because I'm hungry. So when you really think about it, metals and gold and silvers is like a hedged value, where the digital assets gives me that same hedged value, but it gives me maneuverability at any time whenever I want also. King J25, I think you're the man. Shout out to King J25. You like my cufflinks, Jim? Thanks, buddy. These are some old Celtic ones that I'm wearing today. I like the representation of 4. The representation of 4 is deeply built into IHodlLife rewards chain. You have 10K, what should you buy? Intelligence, that's what you should buy, because the first thing you shouldn't do is tell people you have 10K. I got 10K to invest. Where's all the scammers at that want to come talk to me now? Your direct messages are going to fill up with scammers, going to show you what to do with your 10K, aka try to access it, scam you, take you to a place especially when you say, what do I do? That's like gold mine for a scammer. Oh, I'll show you. Come to my website. I bet you right now, Sean, I bet you right now your DMs are filling up with messages. Never tell people how much money you have. You don't walk around in fucking public being like, hey guys, look at my bank account. So why would you go and say, hey, I got 10K, what should I buy? Are you crazy? You're not going to make any money. Because if you're so unprepared in your thinking that you just throw out there, hey, I got 10K, what do I do? I mean, that means that you didn't even think through carefully the security of what I'm saying or what I'm doing. And really, you should have thought it carefully and thought, okay, I've got 10K. This stuff sounds good and I probably want to invest. And the right question would then be, if somebody doesn't have 25K and can't use their services, what should they do? How do they grow a smaller amount of money? If someone had only 5, 10, or 15K kind of range, what might somebody... These are better questions than saying, Here I am, everyone, and I've got $10,000. Feel free to come target me and scam the fuck out of me via phishing emails, direct messages, whatever it might be, because I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Security must be at top of mind, everyone. Sean, I don't mean to poop on you. I only mean to teach you security and safety. You don't run around with your stack of money waving in the air. You don't. You keep it in your pocket so nobody knows how much you have, right? Wadi CryptoX says there's no ISO 20022 compliant coins. Wadi CryptoX has no idea what he's talking about. Because yes, there is ISO compliant coins, which are coins that are approved for a financial messaging system. What's my thoughts on MasterBot? Absolutely nothing at all. What's your opinion on rolling over a traditional IRA into crypto? In my opinion, everything should be in crypto. In my opinion, in fact, not my opinion, just fact, there is nothing in the world right now investment-wise that is better than crypto. There's no opportunity on the table right now better than crypto. Nothing. Not even close. Not even 50%. Not even 40%. Not even 25% close. Crypto is the play, period. For whatever time frame that's going to be, I don't know, but right now, crypto is the only play. Do I deal with Australia? Of course I do. We have lots of clients in Australia. Although the hours might tighten up our meeting times late in the morning or late in the day for me or vice versa for you. But absolutely we work with Australia. In fact, just recently an Australian exchange contacted me. I haven't replied to them yet and they're looking to do some partnerships. So we might actually have some close ties for some of our Aussie clients here at Tokenized Financial and in the IHodlLife community. If by chance I do happen to make any type of deals or partnerships with any of the exchange there that recently reached out to chat with me, and they are from Australia, they do service Aussie people, so there could be some benefits there. So in the meantime, can't dance, learn how to dance. In the meantime, can't dance, feel free to follow my page, and you will hear some updated info about that in the near future. But yes, we deal with clients in Australia. We deal with clients all around the world. In fact, our tokenized financial clients are from everywhere in the world, and our IHodlLife brand and our community is from all over the world also. You had hip surgery replacement 1 week ago. Well, best of luck, Uber guy. I hope your hips are letting you get those dips. You know, those kinds of dips. Not crypto dips, the dancing dips. Can't Dance wants to learn some dancing tips. How about gold and silver? Gold and silver is always a good hedge, for sure. What are my thoughts on Hyperliquid? I think Hype is decent for a DeFi play. I think Aster is decent for a DeFi play. But I still think that there's other DeFi plays that are just as good to be out there, such as Injective Protocol, such as CurveDAO, such as Aave and Maker. So they're just new DeFi plays is really what they are as far as Aster and as far as Hype goes. But they both offer really high futures leverage, and I see this as very high risk. So if you're holding some Hype or some Aster, expect some volatility. You're welcome, Richard. Hit that like and follow right here at the only crypto channel you need. Have I heard of whitelisting? Of course I've heard of whitelisting. Whitelisting just means it's kind of like VIP. Get your name on the VIP list, you know. That's what whitelisting is. Get your name on the VIP list before anyone else. You can get in before somebody else. What is a Web3 wallet? A Web3 wallet is a scam. Web3 wallet is a term people use to make you think you're missing out on something. A crypto wallet is a Web3 wallet. A Web3 wallet is a crypto wallet. They're the same thing. Web3 is the space, and crypto is the asset, and the wallet is what it goes into. So crypto is the asset, the wallet is what it goes into, and Web3 means the whole space. Just like if I said the word internet, that would also incorporate an email or something like that. It incorporates the whole space. So Web3 just means anything in the crypto or blockchain or Web3 space, anything. So that's where it becomes confusing. There's no Web3 wallet. Any crypto wallet is a Web3 wallet already because crypto is Web3, Web3 is crypto. What is your opinion that the US will be devaluating debt through crypto. 1,000,000% they're going to do that. They're going to tie gold to currencies. They're going to run it all through stable coins. They're going to park the market with all the stable coin value, and then they're going to back it by gold, and they're going to back it by Bitcoin. They're going to inflate the price of the cryptos by such a great deal, or rewrite the price, just like they rewrote the price of gold back in the 1930s after they made everyone turn it back into them. It was illegal to hold it, sell it back to the government, and then they just literally rewrote the value. And that's what people talk about when they talk about the reset of XRP. They're just going to rewrite the fucking value of ISO coins and other coins. They're going to rewrite the value of the entire world of financial, and that's just what's going to happen. So they're not going to devalue the debt. They're going to eradicate it. They're going to eliminate it like it was never there by inflating value. Pump it into stable coins, inflate the value by $40 trillion, and the money disappears. The deficit disappears. Good luck. Good luck getting the police or anybody to go catch scammers. I wish there was a group of a team or task force out there that would go target them. I work very hard on my channel to protect you guys, you users. You don't know the hours I spend blocking people, removing comments. It's a whole job in itself, just the safety factor. And we get targeted because we're crypto people. We're investors. We're people who have money to do stuff, so they target people who have money. That's why you guys, as community members following and watching my channel, all of you are targets for scammers. So be careful of who's DMing you. It's not who you think it is. Nobody has time to send you a direct message who doesn't know you to help you make money on your money because they have such a big heart. They're there to help themselves. Use your brain, everyone. Tangent Wallet is a decent wallet. Why did the ICE agent wake up early? I don't know. Maybe he was cold. Get it? ICE agent, cold. Boom, boom. 6 points for me. Arculus wallet. Stacking FET. That's a good one. Can I tell you more about a cold wallet? Yes, you should definitely have one. Having a cold wallet is like taking your cash out of the bank and putting it into your self-custody. And if you don't know how to use a cold wallet, you should learn. Join our community Discord and start educating yourself about crypto free. Follow my channel right here at IHodlLife. I'm live every Sunday and occasionally on Tuesdays teaching you guys about crypto absolutely free. The cold wallet I recommend, Mateo, is the SecuX V20. Any cold wallet will do, whichever one you prefer. This is just the one I personally like the best. Brian says the IHodlLife community is the best community. Tristan is the greatest mastermind of wisdom in crypto. Well, let me just get that dust off my shoulder. What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there, little piece of dust? Get off of there. Go online, Google SecuX wallet. You can research all about the wallet. Do I think gold is at the top? No, I think it's going to surge a little bit higher, but I do believe the price is coming back, for sure. It's just an influx of overbuying happening right now. What it is, it's a wake-up call for people being like, oh shit, we are doing this digital thing. Shit, we better get gold, everyone. And all the central banks right now are buying gold at unfucking precedented levels like never in history before. Yes, we do help you step outside of centralized control because we teach you self-custody. I don't like the Arculus wallet, Bob Thompson. I wouldn't recommend that one. There's a lot of scams that go around that wallet, and there's a lot of scams that go around the Trust wallet. Not from the Trust wallet and not from the Arculus, but people who target those wallet users. Arculus wallet is kind of like for newbies, and Trust wallet's kind of like for newbies. So all the scamming world targets those wallets with all kinds of phishing and different types of scams. So the wallets themselves are not bad. They're just zones for malicious activity, if you know what I mean. And that's why I stay away from Arculus and I stay away from Trust wallet. Dean, the newsman, says, I've been looking at financial markets for years, and I will say that this guy really knows. I'm not here to show you guys anything. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to lay the opportunity in front of you so that, God, there's a few of you out there with the aptitude to pay attention, pick it up, and apply it, because it's going to change your life. I can't tell you how passionate I am about that, because it changed my life. You definitely don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. That's one of the greatest things that we do with our portfolio service is we modify your portfolio properly. And truthfully, people usually don't have all their eggs in one basket. It's usually the opposite. People are extremely over diversified, chasing every coin in the market because somebody said something about it. MasterBot looks like a scam to me. Yeah, I would stay away from that, everyone. What am I selling? I'm selling lunch at Cheesy's. Do you know what Cheesy's is? It's a cheesy restaurant. And we're selling lunch there, Eatsy. Come Eatsy over at the Cheesy restaurant with us. We're selling. What's better than Ripple XRP? I don't understand the question. What do you mean by better? Better in what sense? Like, which one is more colorful? Well, Polkadot's more colorful. They use pink. XRP uses black and white. So Polkadot's way better than XRP as far as when it comes to being colorful. So what do you mean? In what context is better? Do you want to know? Because I can't answer it without context, or else I don't know what context you're going to take the answer in. I might say, yeah, it is, and you think it's better than Polkadot because it's colorful. And no, it's not. Polkadot's way more colorful. But I don't know what your context is, so that's why I can't answer the question clearly. How do I feel about ICP? ICP is extremely overhyped cryptocurrency. That should not be in your portfolio right now. It should probably be in your portfolio next round, unless you have $100,000 or more. Then you can afford to have $1 or $2 or $3 grand aside in that one. But that's a long-term hold. You're not going to get huge profit off of that this bull run. It's just going to steady grow, steady grow, steady grow. And next cycle, 2030 cycle or 2029 cycle, then we're going to see some movement on that one. Here we are teaching about crypto. We're teaching about blockchain, and more importantly, for anyone who wishes to get into the crypto world, at Tokenized Financial, we give you the tools and the stepping stones to build your own crypto portfolio, the education and the safety information to go along with it, so that you can now navigate crypto properly and have white glove service to make sure you're doing it right. Why did XRP go way down? It really wanted you to buy more. It wanted to go down so that you had an opportunity to buy more. So take advantage of it. They were thinking about you. Yes, I do believe the market is going to crash after one of these bull runs. I believe that one of these bear markets, the whole world is going to crash, meaning the traditional financial world, which will inevitably draw the crypto market down with it, and only the crypto market will rebound. The traditional market will just vanish and become tokenized. It won't happen overnight. It'll happen over a period of time. Skate Mouth, I love you too. Big love for you. Bob Thompson, you told me like 17 times that you buy directly from your Arculus wallet and you only have 5 or 6 cryptos. Who fucking cares, dude? Like, we understand. Like, why are you not adding content to this? Like, why are you just telling us what you're doing? Nobody fucking cares. Add content like, hey, everyone, if you use the Arculus wallet, did you know you could buy crypto directly through it? That would be educational and helpful. Nobody gives a fuck what you're doing with your cryptos, and nor should you be telling anyone. And then again, why are you spamming it in my chat about what you're doing in your... Who fucking cares? I don't understand why you're spamming that information. You're not even asking a question. You're just spamming a statement about what you do in crypto. Why don't you open up a live channel and start telling people about it if it's so important? I just don't understand your actions. I don't like ledger wallets myself, Carlos. I like the SecuX wallet or LPAL or even a Tangem wallet, but the ledger lineup I'm not a fan of. Ledger Flex, Ledger Nano, Ledger S, all the old ledgers or any of the new ledgers, just my personal opinion. Why you don't like Arculus wallet? Because scammers target those wallet users, that's why. Algo is a good one, user 820. Lobster wallet is a little bit young and new. It may take off, it may not, but it is XLM, Stellar Lumens based, so we might see something from that in the future. That's correct, Oliver. You should not be holding your crypto on a broker, like on an exchange. Those are not brokers. Those are just exchanges that sell you crypto. You should be learning how to take it off into your own self-custody. And that's why Tokenized Financial is such a great service, because not only do we build you a portfolio, build you an exit strategy, and grow your portfolio, we educate you about all of these details that are absolutely vital for you to know, such as, where do I keep my crypto? How do I use an offline wallet? How do I send it back and forth? How do I operate properly? What do I think about gold in the next 2 years? I think it's going to be stable like it always has been. Absolutely, a cold wallet is better than institutional custody. Institutional custody means you don't own custody of it. Cold wallet means you do own custody of it. Do you have kids? Do you know what custody of your kids means? Do you want custody of your kids or do you not want custody of your kids? Now replace kids with money. Do you want custody of your money or do you not want custody of your money? All the people that are buying big wads of gold should probably just be buying crypto. Because the people that are buying gold as central banks are buying it for a hedged number. That's not why you guys are buying it. You're buying it to multiply. So if you're buying to multiply, you should be buying crypto. Buying gold is just going to hedge your 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 100 million that you already have and you just need to store it away. That's why big funds are buying that. It's not for you to buy, most of you. Most of you spending all your money on gold, you probably should have just bought some fucking crypto, because your dollar is not relevant to the value of the long-term hold in gold versus the multiplier of your crypto assets. How much money can Tokenized Financial make you? Well, we make you sign a waiver that says we can't promise you any gains because it's investing. We don't know what could happen. The whole market could go to zero tomorrow. We don't think that's going to happen, or else we wouldn't have this business and we wouldn't be investing ourselves. But anything is possible, and we have to put reality on the table. What we do look to do is we do look to 10 times our client's portfolio. So that means if you come into our program with $25,000, our target goal each cycle, which means every 3-4 year cycle, our target goal is 10 times in your portfolio, which means $25,000 into $250,000. Or if you come to us with $100,000, then our goal would be $1 million. If you come to us with $1 million, then our goal is $10 million. So whatever your number is that you have to invest or that your portfolio is, our goal is to 10 times it, but we can't promise that. But we can prove that we've done more of that in the past. If I'm saying it 10 times, it's because we can prove we've done way more than that in the past. That's why I'm willing to verbalize, yeah, we can 10 times a portfolio in 3 years, pretty fucking easy. In fact, if you just follow my channel and pay attention real good, you might even be able to do it yourself if you can control your patience and your emotions. So a lot of it really becomes the operating methods that you gain access from Tokenized Financial. So how much money will we make you? Well, we don't know. But we speculate it to be 10 times in your portfolio every 3 or 4 year window. So 10K into 100K in the first 4 years, 100K into $1 million the next 4 years, and $1 million into 10 million the next 4 years, to give you an example. That's correct. Ripple does own an abundant share of XRP. You lost your signal and you didn't hear the answer. Is there any truth to the belief that banks will take? I'm sorry, Eddie, but I don't really understand what you're asking me. Is there any truth to the belief that banks will take? Will take what? Banks are not going to take crypto. Banks are going to disappear. They're going to phase out. They're not needed anymore. All the banks that you see physical locations are all going to be donut shops in the next 25 years. No, Ripple did not create XRP. No, Ripple acquired XRP. In fact, when they acquired it, it was called OneCoin, and then they renamed it to XRP at a later date. They didn't create it. They didn't make it. They acquired it, renamed it, rebranded it. XLM or XRP, both. If anybody is contacting you about your crypto, you're being scammed. Just so you guys know, whether it's in text, whether it's in direct message, whether it's on any social platform, whether it's in email, if anybody is contacting you about your crypto, it's a scam. How do I feel about HBAR? Hands down, one of the top layer ones out there. How about being a Canadian and what's limited to wallets? Doesn't matter if you're Canadian. I'm Canadian and I'm the fucking crypto master. So where you're from doesn't matter. It might limit you based on what exchanges you could use or what access to certain things you can use based on legislature or rules or regulations, etc. But you can pretty much access crypto anywhere you are in the world, wherever. We've got a way to get a hold of everything however we want. And all proper and legal, crypto is a very accessible world at this time. Doesn't matter if you're Canadian or American. We have clients from all around the world, UK, USA, Canada, Australia, you name it. We're a worldwide community. And no, Jason, institutional custody is not better than you owning your own self-wallet. What is better is you educating yourself about self-custody. And then once you educate yourself about how easy and it is to do, then you would realize, why would I give custody to somebody else? Like, why would I give it up to somebody? There's no reason for that. Unless I have over $100 million and I want to give it up for tax reasons. Slayer, I think you're banging, buddy. I'm just trying to keep up to you. Thunder Bunses says, I told a scammer that I hold my crypto in a warm prison wallet. I mess with scammers sometimes too, and I know they're scammers, just to play with them. What's available for us in Canada? All of it. You can access all cryptos in Canada. I'm in Canada, and there's not a single crypto I can't get my hands on. Elopal is a decent wallet. Yes, it is. Oh, there's the rest of it, Eddie. Is there any truth to belief that the banks will take our XRP from us when it goes parabolic? No, but there is a possibility where they make it illegal, which means you have to sell it back. And that's what happened with gold in the 1930s. In the 1930s, gold was a big boom, okay? And then the government realized what gold was going to be. It was going to be a hedged value for future currencies, so they made it illegal. They said, no one's allowed to hold gold. It's against the law. You have to turn it into the government at this price. And then they bought it from all the people. So let's say they bought, I have the stats written somewhere. I don't remember what it is, but they bought it at all the people for $2,000. Just example. That's not the correct number. They bought it at everybody for $2,000 an ounce. And then as soon as they bought it all, they rewrote the price to $3,000. So they added like 50% value to it. And that's how they eliminated all of the debt in the past. And that's exactly what they're going to do with the new system. It's going to go all into stable coins, just like it did in gold. They're going to eliminate it. It'll be illegal. And it could be done through stable coins. It could be done through XRP. It could be done through none of them and through something else. This is just what happened with gold in the past and why people say that XRP might have to be illegal or taken back from or turned into the government is because they're taking the logic of what happened with gold. And if XRP were to become a reserve currency of the world, well, it would be too valuable for everyone to own. So therefore, the price surges to, let's say, $1,000. The government makes it illegal. You're not allowed to have, in this example, XRP, and then we have to sell it all back to the government at $1,000 a coin, and then after they buy it all back from us, boom, the price is now $10,000 a coin. They reset the value once they have full ownership of it. Now, that doesn't mean, still not a bad idea to stack as much as you can and turn it in at $1,000 a coin. It just means that the government's going to fuck the everyday people out of the value that's really there by rewriting the number to suit their own pocketbooks. That's why you'll hear those takes and those comments, but behind it, that's the real truth. Do we know if it will be XRP or any crypto at that form? No, we don't. That's just the logic, the information, and the proof of what's happened in the past. And with the rewriting of our financial system, if there's any crypto out there that's going to be so valuable that it's going to make all of you uber rich, you're not going to be allowed to have that one. You're just not. You're just everyday, normal fucking peon people. You will not be allowed to have that one. Not until the price is stabilized, and then you'll be allowed to acquire it at a later date, just like gold was eventually allowed to be owned by people like it is today now. After the price is organized and controlled, and the deficit is rewritten. You can't use crypto to hide from the government or taxes. In fact, it's the opposite. Everything on crypto, everything on the blockchain is open information for all governments and all institutions and all whatever systems to see all of your transactions. Nothing's hidden. It's the opposite of when they tell you it's for criminals to hide money. It's opposite. You can't hide money on blockchain. Every transaction can be seen, which is why the government wants you to think it's for criminals. Because if they knew it was good and you guys thought it was good, we would say, let's put the government on the blockchain. And then we would be able to see everything the government does. They can't have that, can they? Not until they evolve the world of hybrid privacy. And then only what's decentralized and deemed worthy to be visible by the world will be visible, and everything else will be hidden once again so they can do whatever the fuck they do behind the backs, like they do today with all of our money in our control. There's no wallet that holds all cryptos or tokens. I think Tangem and Ledger are probably the two best wallets as far as holding the most variety of cryptos. Yet I don't really like those wallets best. I like the Tangem a little better than the Ledger, but I don't really like either of those wallets. I like the SecUX way better, but this wallet doesn't quite hold at quite as many as, and when I say quite, there's like 5 cryptos that I can't get on my wallet that I can on the other one. So it's not devastating, but there is a handful of cryptos that I would wish that were on this, and they will be in the future. They're just not. Keep in mind, SecUX is only like a 4-year-old company, whereas the other guys are 12-year-old companies. So there's a pretty big difference. And once again, as long as you're using an offline wallet, it's really a matter of preference about which one you prefer. Supreet, thank you for that heart me. If you guys are in my channel right now, send me a heart me. It boosts my page. It only costs 1 coin. Everybody send me a heart me. It boosts my page. Thank you, Crypto Watcher. Thank you for the heart me. Don't send me any gifts, Lion Alb. I don't need any gifts. Just the heart me's because it boosts my algorithm on TikTok. Thanks, Marina. Thanks, Jody. Yeah, that one, the heart me, because it boosts my algorithm. So more people will see my page, more people will join, more people will learn. My company grows. So that's why I ask you guys for the heart me's. I don't want any gifts or anything like that. It's just all about playing that TikTok algorithm. Tapping the screen and sending me a heart me helps my page boost. So that's why I ask for those. Thanks, everyone. Is FET dead? Nope, you should be stacking FET this year. Thank you, everyone, for the heart me's. Thank you. It boosts my page. Is XRP illegal? Of course not. Go stack your XRP. Sometimes when the price surges really fast, Michael, and everyone tries to cash out, the exchanges have errors because they don't have enough liquidity, and then you can't make transactions. When the bull market happens, the parabolic season, you'll know because you'll be on the exchange trying to do stuff because your money's gone up, and it just won't let you. You'll just keep getting error, which is also why at Tokenized Financial, we educate our clients about using not 1, not 2, but at least 3 exchanges and at least 1 or 2 or 3 different wallets. So we have different access points to access swap, liquidity, and move our money around. If you leave it to just one place where you buy, you go, and they don't operate for you, well, you're fucked. You're not cashing out at the right time, or you're not converting at the right time, or you're not getting the opportunity other people are getting, and it boils down to liquidity and supply. So having multiple avenues is important. Understanding that is even more important. All benefits and features as part of our education process at Tokenized Financial. Thank you for the heart me's, everyone. The best decentralized wallet, in my opinion, is this one right here, the SecUX V20. Link is in the top of my TikTok page if you wish to order one. Can you make money in crypto by trading? Yes, but most traders lose money because the market is so volatile. And because the market is so volatile, it's a dangerous area. And we've proven time and time again, I've even proven to myself, that hodling is a better option. It just is. Trading is just people who are chasing the get-rich-quick scheme. Oh, but if I trade, I can get a little more here and then get in quicker. And you're just chasing your own greed. Just hodl the fucking crypto and let the assets grow. And go about your life. If you wish to sit in front of your computer and stare at charts all day, which I definitely know you don't want to do it for 24 hours and tell me if you like it. You don't want to do that. So you just want to hodl your crypto and live your life. No, we didn't have any rants today, Lieb. I'm wearing a suit. I try not to rant when I'm wearing a suit. I did bang my desk once, I think. That's about as hot as it got in here today. Lee's like, oh, well then, let's just start asking some questions about McDonald's, and let's just start telling people I sold all my crypto, and let's just start telling people that the bull run's over, and something's going to light them up. Do I recommend you put your cryptocurrency into a trust? Once you reach $1 million, yes. Prior to that, not necessarily no. The guys that you see on TikTok saying, get all your crypto in a trust, they're just selling you likes. Do you know how much money it costs to create a trust? And then you get all these people who have $15,000 in crypto. Oh, I need a trust. And they don't even know they need like 100K just to even open a fucking trust in the first place. But they saw something about, oh, my crypto, not safe. FOMO, fear of missing out, sell it. They're just selling you likes. Calm down, everyone. Unless you're in the $500,000 or $1 million range, don't worry about trusts or anything like that. When you get into the 2, 3, 4, 500K range, does it hurt to open up an LLC and have all the LLC own all the crypto? Sure it does. So it's not in your personal possession so that you can't get sued individually for it. It goes through a company or another layer. But as far as getting into all these trusts and all that, it is beneficial, but not until you're a big dollar player. So until you're a big dollar player, which generally I know you're not if you're in a TikTok asking about how do I make a trust, someone who is a big figure like that doesn't go to a TikTok and say, oh, I need a trust. They just go do the fucking research they spend hours on their computer and they learn, they figure it out, and they know what it is. They don't just randomly throw out comments like that, which is why I already know you're likely not in the range that you even need to be worrying about a trust. Again, you're just buying FOMO off of influencers who are selling excitement for likes. Be cautious on social media, everyone. 9 out of 10 influencers, almost 10 out of 10 of them, are there to sell you likes. They're not there to give you good information and care about your future in crypto and hope that you do well. They don't give a fuck about you. They give a fuck about their channel, their likes, and their personal growth. How long does it take to learn crypto? This based on your own skill set. Most people can learn crypto within a couple weeks. Within a few hours, sometimes people have a really good understanding of crypto. And within hanging around our IHodlLife community for 1 or 2 months, you can actually go from a newbie to a pro pretty quick. We've seen a lot of community members who join us. What's crypto? And literally 6 months later, they're introducing us to like staking and yields and other protocols and NFTs. And they're just involved in the Web3 space because they've learned and they've got into it. And it's a vast space to be in. So you can learn crypto relatively quickly, but it's based on your own aptitude to pay attention and apply information. It's also based on your own emotions. For those of you who can control your emotions more, you're going to do way better in crypto. For those of you who have addictive personalities and get all worried because you hurt somebody. For those of you who are high emotion, crypto is going to be a lot harder for you to make money because you're going to make too many moves instead of just chilling. I can't tell you where to put your XRP. I can only tell you to feel free to book a meeting with me if you wish to use our broker services where we manage your crypto. Walmart's taking XRP? Bullshit. I don't believe that. But I wouldn't be surprised. That does not surprise me if somewhere there's a Walmart that accepts XRP. I mean, you can go to our store and you can pay in multiple cryptos. The ability to go to all kinds of different businesses now and pay in crypto is coming very common. Just I think a couple weeks ago, I released a few things on my Twitter X about Chicago, Ontario, and there was another one. I don't know if it was Texas or California, but there's a couple places now where there's actual companies where you can just call them up and they'll let you buy property and all kinds of different assets with your crypto. which means you don't have to cash your crypto into cash, pay the conversion. You could just buy directly with your crypto. And that's the way the world's going to go. Oh, good. Bob Thompson told us again that he only buys from his Arculus wallet. Fuck Bob Thompson. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? I'll be nice and I'll just mute you. Fuck, people piss me off. Yeah, ransom for Sundays. That's right. No, an LLC is cheap. You can open up an LLC for like, well, in Canada, it's like $700 or maybe $1,000 for all the paperwork and everything. So it's not that expensive. I don't know what it is in different places around the world, but I would assume it's reasonably the same. Probably cheaper because Canada, everything is expensive. So to open up an LLC and put all your crypto under the name of your LLC is not really that hard. So we can definitely educate people about that in the future. It's not something you really need to worry about yet right now until it comes time to convert in cash and that kind of thing. But absolutely, putting it in an LLC does help you with a liability protection layer. It doesn't give you any tax advantage. It just gives you a liability protection layer. Is decentralized Web3 storage a scam? Yes, it is. Anyone telling you that you need a Web3 wallet, they're scamming you. Anyone telling you need to go connect to something so it's safe and verified, they're just scamming you. If you have an offline wallet and holding your crypto in your own self-custody, this is good. This is the way to do it. People just use these terms and these names to make you think you're missing something so they can get you to connect your wallet to something that you shouldn't. So anyone telling you about Web3 storage, connect, you got to secure your ledger, all scams. Block those people. How can we use blockchain technology to rid the hackers on the web? Well, you introduced the IHodlLife rewards chain. Thank you for your question, Unified Cordson. Because we are building a layer 1 blockchain that has a new distributed resonant technology feature, which other blockchains don't have. And this allows us to have a data patterning of all activity on chain. So what that does is it means that every user on chain is verified individually and receives an individual trust score. So the blockchain will verify that I'm Tristan Schroeder, and everything I do on chain, every activity I do will record my trust score, which means if somebody opens up an account on the IHodlLife rewards chain, they have to verify that they're a real human being. They can't just open up a fake account and be Joe Blow scammer person. It has to be their real identity. So if they were to message you and scam you, the blockchain would know that this person is messaging and scamming people. The blockchain would know that this person is malicious. Their visual trust score that everybody else can see, like their visual credit score, would start lowering based on their activity. And they can't control that. They're doing bad things. Their score is going down. And people can see their score. The IHodlLife rewards chain is introduce a feature that doesn't exist in Web3 today. And it's going to be the ability to look and see what I'm doing safely. Is this a business I want to work with? Is this a person I want to work with? Is the person messaging me legitimate? Because I can just go to his profile page and I can see his DRT, his distributed identity, his RID, his resident identity score. I can see his trust score. I can see his loyalty capability. I can see all his credentials that he's chosen to put forth, just like his LinkedIn page or his Facebook page, all within his crypto wallet, except I can't see any of his money. IHodlLife Rewards Chain is going to introduce a new paradigm of interoperability and trust through resonant identity, distributed resonant technology, where the blockchain knows who you are and who's doing what at all times. You won't be able to create a coin and scam somebody. The blockchain will know what you've done. They'll know that your wallet made 10 sales when you shouldn't have. They don't know these details because everything is pattern recorded. Yes, you need to have $25,000 minimum to use tokenized financial services. We don't broker accounts smaller than that. So you have to have $25K in cash or $25K worth of crypto or a combination of the two for a total value of 25-ish K. If you have 23, call me up. But I mean, if you're in that 25-ish K, that's our limit because we need to build you a portfolio. We need to have some structure, some money to build the portfolio with. So if you're under the 25K range, You want to follow my community. You want to watch all my free videos. You want to come out every Sunday to the Ask Me Anything About Crypto Live, because you're going to get the info, you're going to get all the stuff, and you're going to get loaded up with what you need to build yourself up to 25K, so that when you do hit that range, you can just say, okay, Tristan, I've been following you for a year. I started with $2,000. I'm up to 28. Now I'm ready to get going. And that's what will happen. And yes, you can use your Coinbase card to buy items in the real world, like you're using a Visa card, but you pay out of your crypto. Crypto.com also offers that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to end my live now, as I have meetings coming up this afternoon. So that's all I have for you today on today's Tech Talk Tuesday, introducing you to Tokenized Financial. All of you out there who are ready to get into the Web3 world, build your crypto portfolio, it's time for you to book a meeting with me, a free 30-minute consultation, and decide if building a crypto portfolio is the right step for you. I appreciate everyone who came out. I appreciate all the heart me's. I appreciate all the screen taps. I might be live on Friday for some Frequency Friday. Maybe, maybe not. But guaranteed every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to find me live, dressed out in my IHodlLife swag, with a Crypto Ask Me Anything session. Every Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TikTok. Come out for Crypto Ask Me Anything session. Bring your burning questions. Bring your friends who don't know what's going on. Bring your family members and your investor buddies. It's time for Web3. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Happy Tuesday, wherever you are in the world right now. Think positive things. Whatever you're doing in your actions right now, hold high integrity. At all hours of the day today, for the rest of the day, be aware of yourself, who you are, and what you're doing. And every chance you get, try to upgrade a little, try to be better, try to be smarter, try to be quicker, try to be more refined. Just try to keep tweaking oneself towards betterment at all times. Thanks, everyone, and I appreciate your time, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you for that love. I'll see you guys on Sunday.